Watch a game with Steve Dangle. Seems simple, doesn't it? It is. You're watching a game with Steve Dangle. Well, you will be in a minute. Howdy, everyone. Steve Dangle here on Sportsnet's YouTube channel. You all know what's going on. Game 5. The Toronto Maple Leafs taking on the Montreal Canadiens. Once again, I'd like to formally apologize for how subtle I am being about the team I am supporting. I am fired up. Fired up. Everyone's talking about 2004. The last time the Toronto Maple Leafs won a playoff series. They happened to win the Battle of Ontario. Almost said Alberta. No, not quite there, Stephen. Not quite. It's just, it rolls off the tongue. But the last time the Leafs won the Battle of Ontario, 2004, that was the last time they won a playoff series. I was in grade 10. I believe it was over 2,600 days ago I was reading. But we cannot get ahead of ourselves. Let's not forget the Montreal Canadiens have won a game in this series. In fact, it was the first game. It's quite the wake-up call. Leafs have won 3 straight since then. Both halves of a back-to-back 4-0 victory in Game 4. But they're playing this game for a reason. They're playing it for a reason. Let's not forget, 2018, even though the Leafs lost to the Bruins in Game 7, they were down 3-1. And they forced that 7th game. Let's not forget 2013. Well, maybe let's forget 2013. But before it went all bad, they were down 3-1 in that series. And they fought their way back. I'm not just fired up for that, though. Throughout the broadcast, I can't hear. I can't hear the broadcast. I like to keep myself on my toes. I think it's more fun that way. And I've gotten lots of feedback on Twitter and from the chat. You guys just love watching me squirm, watching me try to figure it out. Even though Craig Simpson's already been like, well, I'm a professional and here's what it is. And I'm like, what is it? Give me answers. But I am fired up for the pregame feature I saw from Donovan Bennett. It's now up on the Sportsnet Twitter account for sure. I imagine it'll be up on YouTube later. Producer Drew, can you maybe fire me a little text? It's Donovan Bennett's feature featuring Wayne Simmons of the Toronto Maple Leafs and Tyler Toffoli of the Montreal Canadiens. And it's all about the place I grew up, Scarborough, Ontario. Scarborough's now part of Toronto. It became part of Toronto during the amalgamation of 1999 when I was 11 years old. But when I was born, Scarborough was its own city with its own mayor. And we've been extremely proud of everyone to make the NHL out of the borough. We already got some questions from the chat. Let's see how many we can get in before puck drop. I don't know. Probably not too many. Jimmy H, who wins Game 7 of Vegas Mini? That one's going to be tough. Vegas is up against it. Not only has Minnesota come back, not only have they faced a shutout, and Cam Talbot's really feeling himself. Vegas is starting to miss guys because of COVID protocol. I know Peyton Krebs was one. Ryan Reeves is one. What a difference maker he is. And I believe Braden McNabb as well. Am I out of my mind to say Minnesota? Perhaps, because Vegas was so dominant over Vancouver when faced with the same pushback heading into Game 7. Boy, did they dominate them. Thatcher Demko was unbelievable, but Vegas dominated them that game. I'm going to err on the side of experience and say Vegas. I won't be surprised if it's Minnesota at all. Drew said it'll be up on the YouTube channel. The Scarborough feature will be up on the YouTube channel later tonight if it is aired. If it airs in intermission, sorry, I should say. Rachel 34, does the Tavares video mean he's returning soon, or is it all speculation? So, John Tavares, I think we have the footage. John Tavares returned to the ice today for the Toronto Maple Leafs, skating with all the extras. Here he is. Look at that production value, everybody. Oh, it's a sight for sore eyes. Now, don't get too excited. You're probably looking for the red no contact jersey. He's not wearing that because this is basically just a skill session. He's out there with Riley Nash. He's out there with Nick Foligno. He's out there with all the guys who won't be playing in Game 5. Jeez, top quarter. Well, the shot looks good, but we need to exercise caution. Concussions are a fickle beast. We're still learning about them. He only skated for 18 minutes, I believe. And let's not forget, he's also battling a knee injury, MCL strain, I believe it was. Not dissimilar from the one Zach Hyman suffered. So, yeah, I'm excited. He's back in the ice. That's your morning coffee right there. Who wasn't feeling good after that? But doesn't mean he's going to play tonight. Doesn't mean he's going to play game 1 of round 2, should the Leafs get there. This is Johnny's timeline here. There's a lot at stake. We have lots of questions still. Final score predictions from Leland Spence. Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. You got to think the Habs are going to push back a little harder. I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to be 3-2 Leafs. I've had faith in them all series, and I mean, Leaf fan bias. No, Leaf fan bias is to doubt your team all the time. This season, I have not been feeling that way. Scarborough's own Wayne Simmons starting the game once again. Set the tone. Away we go. Brendan Gallagher and Thomas Tatar, the visiting team has scored first. I hope I don't get the screensaver phenomenon like I did last game. There were a couple times where I was like, my power went out. Oh, no, screensaver. It happened, I think, 4 times. I liked it. Kept me on my feet. I won't like it if I miss a goal. Unless it's for the Habs. I can miss those. I don't like those. Alex Galchenyuk. What a game in Game 4. I believe getting our first official shot of the game there. Good stuff. I should have said no lineup changes from last game, with the exception of Rasmus Sandin is in for the Leafs instead of Travis Dermott. Montreal Canadiens taking Brett Kulak out of the lineup and replacing him with Erik Gustafsson. Still no Alexander Romanov. I know Twitter shouldn't exactly be your barometer, but when fans of the other team are excited by your lineup decisions, it's usually not a good sign. Let's see if the Leafs get... Ooh, nasty. Let's see if the Leafs can get back to cramming the slot, cramming the front of the net like they have in the series. Actually, the way they got opportunities early in Game 4 was opening it up. Odd man rush and breakaway as well. Oh! Open look there for Caulfield. Those have been hard to come by for the Habs, and they get one early just over a minute in. Matthews line already back out there. Not messing around. Or should I say Matthews line out there for the first time on account of Mitch Marner's there. Leafs got to go for blood here. They cannot say, oh, we got 3 attempts at this. No. Oh! Oh! For the hearts and minds of Leaf fans, you cannot look at it that way. Yeah, that's offside. Brando, should we be concerned about Matthews and Marner lack of scoring? No. They have outscored the Habs by a wide margin in the series. Game 2 was 5-1. Then it was tight. Game 3, 2-1. Then it was 4-0 last game. I'd be much more concerned if they were all like Game 3. Like, oh boy, can't really get a goal here. Thank goodness the defense is good, the goaltending is good, but geez, we can't buy a goal. Leafs are getting plenty of goals. And I think if the depth were to slow down, you're like, well, if the depth isn't scoring, then no one's scoring. That's not how it's been with the Toronto Maple Leafs this season. It's been committee and Austin Matthews. Also, are you seriously doubting Austin Matthews? Remember the beginning of the season? Oh, he hasn't scored for 2 games. Rocket Richard. Uh-oh! Get that leg down. Get that leg down. The Habs will want more of that. Yeah, no, it's not icing. You stop skating. The Habs have been really bothering the refs. Like, just a lot of... Listen, I know. I'm looking at this with blue glasses. I know. Ooh! Jeez, that could have been bad. I know I'm looking at this with blue glasses, but they've been talking a lot. And I say this as someone who's cheered for the Leafs against the Bruins 3 separate times in the playoffs. And the Leafs were the team doing the complaining. The difference is the Leafs were right and the Habs were wrong. I'm joking! Have fun with it! Oh. Okay, so he stopped skating too, but he went faster. Gina, what product do you use in your hair? Gel, pomade, looks good. You know it's so dumb. What a gullible, like just what a sheep I am. Started using pomade after I started playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I was using this, like, I don't know, putty? I guess. Oh, what happened there? Jammed up at the side of the net. I was using a putty. It's great. Oh, sorry, the pomade's great. Because I can, like, wear a hat, and then my hair's not a write-off for the rest of the day. Or headphones. Uh-oh. Just a war zone in front of the net. I don't know about that there, Mitch. That's good. People have not been giving Marner enough credit for his play on the back check in this series. The Leafs have been so good defensively, and their forwards have been such a big part of it. And I think he's played the most out of anybody.
A little more production in the opening period. Especially in an elimination game, Chris, you're going to just take away your opponent's will to win and trying to get off to a fast start.
I'd love for Simmons to get one. Said Steve before every game. Oh, I thought he got one just like he did against Vancouver. Oh, I thought he roofed it just like the goal that they showed in the Scarborough feature. The one where he's wearing the reverse retro jerseys that we will never talk about again. Gray.
Montreal's defense without a point so far in this series.
You know what? The Nerves weren't bad last game. Games 1 through 4 were... I couldn't handle it. I'm a little nervous tonight. It's excited nerves. But they're under control. The sort of nerves where you're like, Rasmus, get rid of the puck, and he gets hit. No. That's, well, maybe that's why I was nervous. Joel Armia promoted to the 4th line. Proven. Maybe you shouldn't have done that. Oh, right off the bar, Wayne. Big hit from Perry on Sandin. Look what he creates. He's the decoy on the goal, too. Armia's a good finisher. He can shoot. He can shoot. They've been going... those righties have been getting those looks at Jack's glove side throughout this series. Sandin just... You know what? They're going to win this game. Leafs are going to win this game. After seeing Sandin's reaction, he just goes, okay, fine. I believe you, Rasmus. This is game 5, by the way. And if this series were to end tonight, would you believe me if I told you the Montreal Canadiens had the first goal in more games than the Leafs? It's 3-2 in that category right now. Habs, I believe, were game 1 and 2. Leafs 3 and 4. Easy to be the first goal scorer when you don't allow in goals. And the Habs first tonight. Oh! Odd. Well, the Habs win.
Canadians with 5 shots in the first 6
they will not.
minutes.
Shout out Jesse Blake. Today and every day.
Morgan Riley ahead. Off Hyman as he is sent
trip.
crawling.
You don't do that.
Sherratt's got it.
You don't do that. No trip.
Sherratt out at center ice. Caulfield after it, and TJ Brody there. Brody for Riley. Nice.
There's a lot less. Whoa, never mind.
Got a break. Hyman in front. Bang.
Oh, what a pass by Hyman. Great stop by Price on Marner.
Marner looks for his first goal. Hyman.
Here they go again, though. Oh, I like that.
Back for Hyman.
Still got it. Still got it. Don't. Oh, I'm uncomfortable. Okay, good. Zach, stay back. Zach, stay back. Oh. Get back, get back, get back, get back. Anderson can fly. And Jack stopped that one. That's good. Boy, they are attacking this Leafs third pair, eh?
Puck along the boards. McKee tried to knock it loose. Paul Byron played into the corner. Anderson, Kotkaniemi. Sandin trying to take charge. And now it's off the boards, not out. Petrie able to hold it in momentarily.
The one thing I hope doesn't happen, so, you know, Dermott gets into game 4 in place of Sandin. He's obviously hungry. He was just steady. He knew his job. I hope the young... Oh. Big stop. I hope Sandin isn't out there trying to do too much tonight. Oh, what a pass! Oh. The Habs have not had a 2-goal lead in this series. I'm just saying. Is that the sort of thing I should have absolutely not said? Maybe. This Habs team looks different tonight, eh? They got to adjust. Leafs got to adjust. It's a much more wide open game. The Leafs have gotten their opportunities too. Uh-oh. No! No! Well, there it is. Their first 2-goal lead of the series, Joel Armia. Oh, baby. Not good, folks. Not good. Not good. What happened here? Perry again. Perry on the ice again. Oh, that's a great stop, too. I mean, there's 4 of you in there. Oh, one of you's got to clear it. One of you's got to clear it. Campbell did his job. Big stop. He's so close to covering it up, too. This is the part where Mark Bergevin goes, challenge it! And into the back of the net. What a start to this game. This is how we thought the Habs were going to score goals. Had a couple of good chances at one end. Price with a couple of big saves. Crash in the net. And Keefe responds with the 2.5 men line. Oh my God. Boys. For clarification, Simmons, Spezza, Thornton is the grumpy old men line. Brooks, Spezza, Thornton is the 2.5 men line. You're all right. Geez, we'll get to your questions if this game stops spinning. All right. Looks like we'll have ice there. Holy, what a start. McWaller, Habs fan here. I just want the Leafs to end it. So painful to watch. So I received this before the 2 goals, I'm guessing. How you feeling there, bud?
Chris, these are the ups and downs of playoff hockey.
Rob, how's the blood pressure? Every time I go to the doctor, I say the same thing. Surprisingly good. I always expect the worst. Oh, dear. Well, this Habs team looks different, eh? And, like, who's got him? Oh, boy. Go. Leafs got to get at least one before the end of the first year. There's so much time. Unbelievable amount of time. Shots in the opening 9 minutes for Montreal and a 2-goal lead off the stick of Yoel. The last time the Habs had 2 goals in a game in this series, they won it. Is that an insult or a compliment? Yes. Anderson winding up with Kotkaniemi and a there you go. There you go. Leafs look a little bit more collected there. Off Engvall down into the Montreal zone. Simmons on the forecheck. They've adjusted so well in this series. It was bizarre to see them lose control. And boy, like this doesn't look like they're in control, does it?
Those two to the boards, and Anderson down. Kotkaniemi tries to feed the point.
Get it out. Holy smokes, Mikheyev remembered he's like 6'4".
Time and space. He'll send it in from center.
I love when tall players who don't hit remember they're tall.
The Canadians changing.
If you're a goaltender, what do you do? Jake says, one-man Armia. See myself out. Yes, you will, Joel. How dare you? Get out. Nylander has yet to score his mandatory goal. So we do have that to look forward to. He's going to score. It's a guarantee. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my. Yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to crush your own guy. Always love when the defender does that. Ah! I approve of the goaltender playing that one.
Kerfoot at center, unable to control. He's going to head off to complete a change.
Cheshire Cat, how you feeling, Steve? Less comfortable than I have been, but pretty good right now.
Can't get the shot through.
No, I feel terrible. I've decided I feel terrible. Carey Price has decided I feel terrible. Come on. You know, it's funny. Beginning of the game, we were talking about, the Leafs' depth has been good. I'm not worried about Matthews and Marner and that line not scoring. Be a hell of a time for them to get on the board, wouldn't it? The offense will come. I'm not worried about the Leafs' offense. We know from this series they're going to get their chances. They're going to get grade A chances. They've gotten grade A chances every game. Had a grade A chance while tied in the third in game 1, robbed by Price. Game 2, right off. They lit the Habs up. Game 3, only 2 goals, but they had more chances than that. Price was very good. 4-0 last game. Would have been a lot worse. Price was very good. They're going to get their chances. We know this. They got to bury them. What I'm more excited to see is them collect themselves defensively. Because, boy, it's been shambolic so far. Habs already with 9 shots. Oh, Rasmus, buddy. Oh, my God. Boy, this is not the Leafs group we have come to expect this series. Man, oh man.
Nick Suzuki against Sandin there, and Thornton comes back to take it away.
You got to look at this start and think the Jets are licking their chops. Steve, you're talking like the Leafs are going to win. Well, first of all, I believe they're going to win. Second of all, you've seen Montreal so far this series. The Jets are probably excited about that, and they're excited about how the Leafs are playing so far tonight. Come on! It's an escape! Oh, that's an automatic. It's an automatic call every time. Elimination game. Automatic call every time. Joke. Missed. Oh, that trip on Mikheyev there. I should probably qualify. I should probably say what I'm talking about as I scream. It's a call every single time.
Rink wide, Montreal changing, and Anderson out there now with Kotkaniemi. Pass intercepted by Hall, and onto this left flank for Muzzin. Trying to get it back to Kerfoot and Galchenyuk in Canadians ice, but out comes Montreal, and Anderson's got some speed here.
Anderson on a mission tonight. He's looked good. He hasn't quite got the chances of his teammates so far, but he's looked good.
Alex Kerfoot takes over for Toronto.
Oh! Oh. You saw what they were going for there, right? The little airborne.
Gallagher just left it in front of the net.
BM. Would you take current? Like, what is that? I looked up for a second and there's another missed call. Good stop. I'll read the rest of your question in a minute. Good stop.
Jack Campbell's going to hold it.
Ridiculous. All right. Would you take the current price on the Leafs over Campbell? No.
13 and a half minutes in, a good first period for the visiting Montreal Canadiens.
Because I'm hoping I'm not frozen. Am I frozen? Nope. There I am. Good. Good. That's good. That wasn't a screensaver thing. That was everything went black. I was very concerned. Mr. Captain 93, do you think the Leafs have that killer instinct? I thought they did. I think the Habs are just, they're playing, listen, there's that killer instinct and there's survival. And I just feel like the survival instinct always trumps the killer instinct, if that makes sense. The Habs are fighting for their lives, and no matter what, just a little bit at the back of your mind, you're like, we have 3 kicks at this can. You know, I don't know if the Leafs are thinking that, though. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, like, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, William Nylander, Zach Hyman, all these guys who have been there through all these heartbreaks going, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll leave it for Saturday, like a lazy university student. Me. I do not think so. Tyson, the Bruins fan. Ooh. Oh, we all hate you. Tyson, you're the one thing this whole chat agrees on. Boo. Sorry. If the Leafs blow this series, see, why did I even ask your question? If the Leafs blow this series, how long will you have to go to therapy? 0 seconds. 0 seconds, and I'll tell you why. I will abandon therapy and simply become the Joker. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Ed James, the amount of jinxing today was insane. Why did you come with such confidence into an elimination game? I've come into every game with confidence. I didn't tell them get outshot 12-5. Or whatever it's about to be. Brendan Gallagher has looked way more engaged this game than any other game. The Habs are playing their best 15 minutes of the series so far. Easily. Oh. What?
Played back to the point. Muzzin shot off Simmons to the boards. They'll reload for Jake Muzzin. Knocked down in front by Sherratt. Muzzin's going to
onside. Good. Okay, so not the most dangerous attempts there, but that's the Leafs getting back. Getting back to what they did really effectively in Game 2. Open up the ice. Get the puck to an open point man. Have at least 2 guys in front. Have a guy supporting the other point man. Ice? Okay. You saw that icing, but not the trip on McCabe. Justin Silva, you still confident in that 3-2 prediction?
At the other end, though,
yes.
It's Weber using his stick effectively here as McKay trying to slide that one.
Kyle, where's Zachary on the attackery beam? You know, it's amazing how little we've seen out of that line and how little of a factor Zach Hyman's been and how well the Leafs are doing. But you got to remember, he was coming off that knee injury and he did not play a game until Game 1 of this series. He's actually looked quite good tonight, though. He's been on the attackery all night. This line actually does look like the Leafs' best line.
And up ahead it goes for Byron. The Game 1 hero to Caulfield.
Boy, the Habs are buzzing, though.
That doesn't work.
King Cabal. What will you be thinking if the series goes to 7? Oh, just how much I want to get off the ride. Just how much I want to get off the ride. Stop it. I want to get off.
Galchenyuk behind the net. Back for Riley, and across it goes. TJ Brody into the high slot. Trying to get it to Nylander, and Caulfield there, and
Okay. This looks a little bit more familiar. This looks a little bit more familiar. The Habs collapsing back, trying to stretch the ice out, but they can't because there's always an answer back there. This looks a little bit more like it. It could be score effects, but I mean, first period. You'd think not yet. Aiden, how will Winnipeg match up against either of these teams? Very interesting. Very interesting. I think they beat the Habs. I don't know what their season series was, but the Oilers series sure showed that that doesn't bleep and matter, does it? Oh, Merrill looks in some pain. I didn't see what happened to him. The Jets are a tough matchup for the Leafs. Because, for goodness sake, they played the Leafs so well this year. Really well. Really frustrating. They just have such lethal shooters. Oh, dear. Is that going to be ice? No. The Leafs, okay, so to answer your question, I think the Leafs should be able to beat the Jets if they earn the opportunity to play them. But I can easily see the Jets winning as well. They're a great team. Against the Habs, you got to think the Habs will be riding high because it'll have to be 7, right? You got to think they'll be riding high. Holy smokes, boys, we did it. We came back, blah, blah, blah. But they're already kind of banged up. You got to think they're going to be more banged up 2.5 games from now. And the Jets are going to have like a whole week to lick their wounds. I like that. I like that. That was good. That was good. Good stop. Woo! How well can Steve act? I am acting calm. I'm acting calm. Am I doing a good job of it? I think I am. Hey, I won an award for acting. I did. I was in the Sears Festival. How many of you were in the Sears Festival or watched your theater nerd friends act in the Sears Festival while you were in high school? I won an award for a play called Connections. I went to a high school called Mowat in Scarborough. And the reason I'm telling you that is I was in grade 10 when I won that award. It was the spring of grade 10, which means for me, it was the spring of 2004, which is the last time the Leafs won a playoff series. It's happening. It's happening, everybody. Unless it doesn't. But gosh, I sure hope it does. Come on, boys. Holy smokes. Get it together. Ed, if this was the same old Leafs, do you get a shutout or lose an OT? Ooh. I'm just letting the leafiness of that question wash over me. Steve, what brand of traumatizing hockey loss? Will it be a shutout or an overtime loss? They can never lose 3-1, 5-2, you know. It's got to be one or the other. Overtime. It's got to alternate. Last year they got shut out in an elimination game. It's different. You got to alternate. Ed, that is an extraordinarily leafy question. I appreciate it. Ryan, is it an unfair advantage for the Habs to have fans in Game 6? It's an advantage. I wouldn't say it's unfair. What is unfair is what COVID-19 has done to all of us. Done to every aspect of our lives. What will be fair is them finally being able to enjoy hockey in person. And let's be honest here, rivalry aside, one of the greatest fan bases this sport has. I thought that was going over the glass, and I was very upset. Get in there, Matty. Like, I know they're never going to call it. I know they're not. Okay, I've gotten over it. This is the thing about these live streams. Oh, the fan in me thinks the Leafs should get every call in the world when it happens. So you're seeing my live reaction. By the time the next morning hits and I'm doing my post-game video, I'm like, the ref was pretty good. Put the whistles away. They weren't so bad. But now in the moment, here we go. Willie, what did I tell you? Oh, he got robbed. Was that with the glove? Oh, he got robbed. What a stop by Price. Hell of a way to go into intermission. If the Leafs can't get one here, they got to be offside. Yeah, oh, baby. Hell of a way to go into intermission if you're the Montreal Canadiens.
Quick transition game, the key there. You try to do something offensively at the one end, back the other.
Oh, Willie. He's looking up at the clock like, you're not supposed to stop me. That's not how this works. Oh, what a stop. I don't know what that defense strategy was there from Edmondson. Are we going to commercial break with 30 seconds to go? All right. Well, hi. Coming up at first intermission. We're going to chat. We're going to have some questions. I'm also probably going to visit the bathroom. That's how streams work. You talk for a really long time, and sometimes you go for a break. Some of my favorite streamers, they just get up and go. I watch a guy who likes to speed run Grand Theft Auto 5, and he just waits for really long cutscenes and goes to the bathroom during that. Can you imagine if Kelly Rudy was like, well, everyone, I wanted to tell you about Jack Campbell's glove hand, but first I got to get up and use the potty. He would never do that. But we are YouTube scum, and this is how we roll. David, you're too negative, Steve. 4-2 Leafs. David, did you just get here? Oh, it's funny. I said 3-2. You said 4-2. I got it. It took me a while. I got there in the end. DJ Sloppy. You know what? Before we get to DJ Sloppy's question, don't forget to... I didn't say it. I came close, but I didn't. DJ Sloppy, you almost brought it out of me. What is that? Don't forget to click like. Don't forget to click subscribe. And don't forget to tell all your friends about DJ Sloppy. He says, who has more depth, Winnipeg or Toronto? I'm going to say the Leafs. Doesn't mean they're better. I'm going to say the Leafs, though. I like this team's ability to survive injuries as a roster. It's amazing. Like, when was the last game Nick Foligno played in? Was it 2 or 3? The fact, like, I asked myself that question earlier today. The fact I don't know the answer says something. Oh, interesting. Load it up. Matthews, Marner, Nylander with about 30 seconds to go in the first.
Montreal wins control of the puck, and now Riley.
And I believe that's Riley Brody out there. That won't be ice. Get it. Oh, shoot, boys. Oh, shoot. I like the way Brody's playing this. Oh! Was that Mitch? Heroic from Mitch. Oh, Willie's revenge would have been great there. Okay, well. Oh, Gallagher and Matthews. Here we go.
We've seen Matthews and Gallagher go at each other 3 or 4 times.
Gallagher handled that a lot more calm than I thought he would. Okay, disastrous start to the game. Disastrous start to the period. But the Leafs had so many good looks. William Nylander had so many good looks, just missing wide there. Oh. Disastrous start. Strong finish, I thought, to the first period. 2-0 Montreal Canadiens after 1. Once again, folks, I'm Steve Dangle. This is Watch a Leafs Game with Steve Dangle. I looked at the title and I'm like, wait, people were mad that, like, I might not be impartial. Did you, we'll leave my room and the jersey that I'm wearing out of this. You didn't see the title? If we have watch the Minnesota Wild broadcast with Dom Lucian, I promise you he'll be wearing green or white, yellow, and green because of their reverse retro jerseys. Which team is going to be brave enough to wear their reverse retro in the playoffs? It should be Minnesota in Game 7, I say. Let's do a couple questions before I go for a little break. And click like and subscribe, gosh darn it. Kings fan 25, thoughts on Trevor Moore finding success in LA? As a player, I think you got to like Kyle Dubas because he does right by players. He tries to give them opportunities in the Leafs organization. And if he can't, he finds them a good landing spot. There aren't too many guys Dubas has traded away who have been flops or at very least haven't gotten great opportunities. Mikko Lehtinen, traded earlier this season. Went to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Didn't exactly do great, but he played on the second pair. Josh Levo couldn't even get into the lineup with Babcock's Leafs. Goes to Vancouver, scores some goals, signs in Calgary for a bunch of money. Trevor Moore, just another great example. But he, I believe, I almost said the Jake Muzzin trade. He was not the Jake Muzzin trade. That was a different LA Kings trade. He was in the Jack Campbell trade. Trevor Darling, I love you, but I'll take Jack. Good for Trevor. And wasn't he on Team USA? World Championship? Come on. Nick, if it goes 7, can you wear a Habs jersey? Nick, I tell you what, if it goes 5, can you ask a better question? I wore a Habs jersey during an episode of ice surfing. And I don't plan on ever doing it again. I only did it to spite Jeff Merrick because I bet on the Habs. And I believe they won, which means I won. James, chicken or beef? Depends. What are you getting married, James? Like, what I got to pick? There's no fish option. There's no vegetarian. You don't think about people, James? Chicken. You know what? I'm going to go for a break. We'll get to more questions after that. Don't forget to click like. Don't forget to click subscribe. Don't forget to, hey, thank the producers. Producer Drew, Producer Stu, Producer Steph, Producer Soup. They're all here. They're all great. Thank them while I go to the bathroom. Welcome back to all of you who never left. I'm the one who came back. Hi. It's Watch a Leaf Game with Steve Dangle. Well, that first period could have gone better. I think it'd be great to start with Fahad's first question here. What was the worst part of the Leafs' first period play? The fact that it just kept happening. Like, it just kept happening for 10 minutes over and over and over again. Something the Leafs have done so well so far in this series is they haven't let the Habs get behind them. And if they do early, which they have a few times, they've stopped it. They've knocked it off. I don't mean they stopped the puck. An opportunity is an opportunity. An opportunity is an opportunity. But the Habs just kept getting by them. Their defenders were below their forwards below the defenders, and everything. That second goal bugs me. Can't go in. Cannot go in. Jack, and I don't mean that. Usually when you say can't go in, it's the goalie's fault. He makes an incredible save there. He almost covers it up. But there were enough Leaf bodies in front that they should have covered that up. I will say, though, while everyone is just in complete shambles, looking at the score sheet, looking at the shot clock, I thought the last 5 minutes in particular were very good for the Leafs. And they still had some great chances. Boy, was Carey Price sharp. Elimination game Price. Joe says, just use that jug to pee. We can't see below your shoulders anyway. You're 41 and playing in an elimination game. Who taught you how to use this technology, Mr. Thornton? Who? Wayne asks, is the beard more or less itchy? More. You can see me constantly touching my face. I had a brand reach out to me about beard oil, and I'm like, does this look thick enough for beard oil to you? Yet, I don't think so. Also, Wayne, congrats on your new gig at TNT. That's very cool. Carbon 99, opinions on Bergevin. I mean, it's weird for a GM that so often seems to win trades, seems to accumulate draft picks, seems to hit on a respectable percentage of those draft picks. The Habs were still 24th last year and only squeaked into the playoffs this year with fewer wins. I believe it was 2 fewer wins than the Flames. There's been a point made that I've seen many times on hockey Twitter. It's less to do with the Habs, more to do with like the Flames and especially the Canucks. But go and look. The GMs in Canada, the general managers of Canadian teams, wow, they've had their jobs for a long time. How many Canadian teams have done well consistently over the last, let's say, 7 or 8 years? It's not a big number. No, sir. It was the Habs early on there. Let's not forget they won a qualifying round last year and then did a good job against Philly while losing in 6. Vancouver knocks off the Blues and almost goalied Vegas, but still ended up, again, losing at the end of the second round. Steve, wouldn't you like to get to the second round? Yeah, it's part of the problem here. Flames, same deal. Who got deep over the last few years? Jets got deep. Sens got deep. Could be time for a shakeup in Canada. I don't know about necessarily Bergevin. I do know the Habs are spending a lot of money. They're spending a lot of money this year. And ownership. I mean, how many coaches do you get to go through? Like, Bergevin's gotten to use quite a few bullets. I don't know. I'm not going to completely lambaste the guy. I don't know if he's done a terrible job, but look at the Habs. Look at their lack of success over the past few years. Listen, Dubas should Dubas get fired like the second he became Leafs GM. Certain people still talk about Mark Hunter. Like, come on. I don't think it's unfair to question Bergevin's job if they lose in this first round. Richard Rawlings. Steve, what's your favorite Leafs jersey over the last 10 years? I got to say, they really did nail it with this one. They really did. I'm a huge fan. The Centennial Classic jersey was really good. Bit of a low percentage since then. Not a massive fan of the reverse retro. I wasn't a fan of the all white Stadium Series Navy one. I might look back on that one with more fondness had they not gotten absolutely blown out by the Caps in that game. All the fans were so excited. There was like marching bands and everything. I think they had a big air show. It was like 6-1. Centennial Classic one was really good. I wish they sold the Centennial Classic jerseys with the number 100 in it that the alumni wore. Give it to me. Wairoba. No carrot muffins this time. I knew something was missing. Second intermission. I knew something was missing. Second intermission. They're technically supposed to be for my son, but like, he doesn't pay for anything. He's 11 months old. I'm going to have his muffins. Sorry, Leo. Brian, 10 minutes without a shot drives me nuts. I agree. I'm going to go back to it. I'm not worried about the offense. I think it'll arrive. When it arrives, it'll arrive on time. I am more worried about how completely unprepared for the Habs attack they were in the first 10 minutes of the game. It wasn't like a couple minute flurry or anything. Goodness gracious, you don't want to use the timeout that early in the game. They were so bad. It might have warranted it out of Sheldon Keefe. Jacob, Campbell looks really weak tonight. Freddie come in if another goes in? No. Again, he makes a huge save on the second goal. His team doesn't clear it. And it was a pretty open look for Armia on the first one. Yeah, you like a save there. I mean, Price has certainly been the better goalie. Let's start there for sure. But does Freddie come in? I don't think so. I don't think the Leafs do that to him. Infinity Sports. Any chance the Leafs actually blow the series? Nope. Antonio, Leafs. Leafs. Steve, who is the best goalie in the league? I love that you asked me this. Thank you. The Vezina screws up the conversation. That's the best goalie in a single season. How many Vezinas did Henrik Lundqvist win? I don't know if it's very many. Did he win any? But over at least decade-long stretch, he was the best goalie in the NHL. Year in, year out, he was the best goalie in the NHL. And there was a real heyday of Price that interrupts that, I think. So maybe over the 10-year span, you give it to Lundqvist, but there was a solid, 5 where Price was unbeatable unless he was injured. Right now, it's Andrei Vasilevsky. Every year he's going to be in the Vezina conversation. He's probably going to be at least top 10 in voting, maybe top 5, maybe a nominee, maybe win the thing. Well, he plays behind the Lightning. Well, he signed a very large contract with them, so you might want to get over that. There are people who want Chris Osgood in the Hall of Fame, and they use the same argument against him. Yeah, but he played for a good team. He was on them. When the other team did get a shot through, he stopped it. He was the one back there. Yeah, but then he went to the Islanders and Blues and wasn't very good. Okay. It's not why he's in the Hall of Fame. It's for what he did with Detroit. So, anyway, boy, did I get away from myself there. I give it to Vasilevsky. And we are almost ready to begin the second period. Game 5. Oh, forgotten water bottle. I'm getting memories of Brad Marchand, the overtime of Game 7. That's one of the things no one remembers because everyone was just in the shock of the Leafs blowing that 4-1 lead. Brad Marchand, to get the ref's attention, threw a water bottle onto the ice at the beginning of overtime. No ref on the planet is going to call that. However, I don't think you're allowed to do that, Bradley.
Up off Matthews, and Tatar is in. Matthews checks
Good
it
play.
off his stick, and the Leafs roll
Good
back to
play.
center. Hyman intercepts, and now Toronto invading Montreal ice. Hyman throws it to the side of the
I
net.
keep praising Mitch Marner's defensive play because I should. It's been very good. They need more offense out of this guy. He's such a dynamic player. They need a little bit more. Real takeover ability. Here we go. Oh, they might be offside here. Oh, Price with the stop. Oh, this guy. Honestly, the Leafs might have more scoring chances. He's been real sharp tonight. Oh, boy. This goes in. I don't know if it counts. What is it with Kerfoot and Galchenyuk and almost going offside? Oh, my God. Price's glove is magnetic. Check it for magnets. I've turned into a 76ers fan. The net had magnets. You ever hear that one? That conspiracy theory? People thought that the ball had magnets in it, and that's how Kawhi scored. Yes, the NHL rigged a game. The NBA rigged a game with magnets, which is the second least, which is the second most ridiculous part of that. The most ridiculous part of that is the idea they would rig something for the Raptors. What? You're the 76ers. You know how sad Adam Silver was that night? He didn't want the Raptors to win. I did. I had fun. He didn't. I did a basketball. Did you like that I did a basketball? It felt good to do a basketball. Oh, Zach! No! Oh, you. How dare you. I call players by their first name when I'm upset.
3.5 minutes for him in the opening period, and as Elliott mentioned, it was either Gustafsson or Merrill, but not the two together.
Lots of time to play. Oh, that was almost a mistake.
Still wondering why not Alexander Romanov. No, it was a topic.
Big hit by Wayne Train.
He did mention today, you know, the shortcomings defensively.
As always, I am fascinated to see what the first penalty of this game is.
As you were mentioning, you saw that
there was a real, I got to check Twitter very briefly during my break. There was a real bad missed interference call on Matthews. Like against Matthews, I mean. Uh-oh. Don't let Joel Armia get a hat trick. No offense, but like, no, not allowed. Someone covering? Okay, good. Okay.
Jack Campbell at the other end settling in, and Bogosian thinks he's
gotta win this game.
Simmons, but
this coffee's good. You don't waste a good cup of coffee. Oh my God. Drew Mulik. How does the Leafs game plan change once we face Winnipeg? I think the Leafs are good enough. Oh! Good stop by Price. Don't look skyward, Mitch. Body language. First of all, I like that optimism there, Drew. The Leafs won the North Division for a reason. I don't think you can let Winnipeg dictate it. But it's so important that you're just as tight, if not tighter, defensively than you were in this series against the Montreal Canadiens. There were, especially at the end of Game 3 there, and there were a few moments in Game 4 as well. The Habs finishers are inconsistent. The Jets are not. They will make you pay. Every night they will make you pay. Oh, Mitch crunched there. Shaking it off pretty well, but wow, that was a hard hit. Oh, that was a terrible hit. We got a line change here. This could be bad. Oh, good job. Zach's been out there for quite a while. He's looking for a change. The Leafs got a chance here. No, they don't, and now he can't get off. This is bad.
Defensive posture. Here's Suzuki. Centering play.
Oh, good job, Willie. Someone get Zach off the ice. Got to take that, Willie.
Here comes Nylander to the attack. Galchenyuk is checked in for the bench. A pass
Ooh.
through and knocked down by Suzuki, intended for Galchenyuk. That had promise, didn't it? That one might have ended up with a
better
slot shot there by Galchenyuk. Good hand-eye to knock that one down.
Jeez, there's been I haven't seen. Oh no, friendly fire there. Is that Kerfoot and Galchenyuk?
Now a turnover here in front for Kotkaniemi.
Oh no! Oh shoot!
It's Barry Kotkaniemi with a steal, and the Canadians.
Oh no! Jesperi Kotkaniemi puts the Habs up 3-0, and to whoever asked if Campbell's going to get pulled, you're about to get an answer. I don't think so. Oh, what a play by Suzuki! Oh, Jack, there was no need. No, this isn't Jack. That's Rasmus. That's Rasmus. That's Rasmus. Yeah, that wasn't good, kid. Oh, he's having a real tough night. What did I tell you? What did I tell you off the top? You scratched last game, and he is battling. Really, really fighting himself. Not good. Now you got to score at least 3 straight. Well, no, there are other ways you can do it, but let's not go there. Now you got to overcome a 3-goal deficit against Carey Price. Well. Let's see. They've gotten their chances tonight. So have the Habs. Man, 17 shots is not even halfway through. This is very, this is a Habs team we have not seen yet in this series, and that's bad news for the Leafs. Folks, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little worried now. Steve to the Leafs fear success. That's from Steven. When did I have time to type that? What? No. Why would they fear success? I hate when people put on things like mentally with the Leafs that don't make any sense. Why would they be afraid of success? They're afraid of failure. Don't be afraid to fail. Be excited to win. Nice. Thank goodness.
Muzzin was ahead of Caulfield.
David, Steve, what's your favorite food? Well, if the Leafs lose this series, crow.
A shot to his left pad, and instead the stick of Engvall gets on it.
Lasagna?
On Kotkaniemi, so he has to
dude, I love food. Look at me.
For a second, the second effort,
I love all kinds.
A second late as Kotkaniemi got to it first.
Oh.
Here's Morgan Riley,
I do love a burrito bowl. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh, come on. This has to end up in the net. Did they get it? Oh, thank God. Oh, there he is. Zachary on the attackery. The 3-goal lead does not last long. Hey, Johnny's in the building. I haven't even seen that. Oh, let's go. This must have. I want to see how this crossed the line. Now, you all saw the one that Bergevin challenged, or the Habs challenged. I would love to see this one. Oh, Price going for a nice little swim. No, that's not goalie interference. Not on that replay, anyway. Zachary on the attackery, and now you can't challenge it. So, Leafs back down 2. Oh, Jack, get in the net, please. Darling, honey. No. Big hit.
The second goal by the Maple Leafs top line in this series. And it comes at 6:32, a minute.
Oh no. Oh no.
Goal, and the Canadians come back looking for a response.
When did this series turn into an offensive nail-biter? Get out of here. Okay, so Carey Price, who's been very good in this game, swimming on that goal, and he has been swimming on more than one occasion in this series. Game 2 was brutal for him. He's good, but you can crack him. Let's see if they can do it again here. Oh! long as you get back, you're good. As long as you get back, you're good. There you go. Yep. Good. All right. The response is nice, isn't it? The response is nice. Oh, is that Mitch's goal? Sorry. This is another reminder to the chat that I cannot hear the broadcast feed. Listen, you know who scored? Leafs. That's who scored. Let's get to some more of your questions after I text my brother-in-law, because he said, that's one maybe. And I said, that's more. That's not what I meant to send him, but I'm trying to do a stream at the same time. Julian, the Leafs always seem to be slow starters. Are they conserving energy or just need 20 minutes to wake up? Man, that's a good question. Because in a lot of the games this series, even though they've been good, they've been a little slow to start. Game 4 was their best. I think they had 2 breakaways in the first 3 minutes. Something like that. Or no, it was a breakaway and a 2-on-1. The rest of the series, boy. I mean, they've given up the first goal 3 out of 5. They're the team that's up 3-1 in the series, and they've given up the first goal 3 out of 5. I don't know if it's that the Leafs always start slowly. But boy, tonight was something else. Producer Drew telling me it was, in fact, a Hyman goal. Thank you. Mihao, did Marner forget how to shoot? No. Everyone, listen. I was so angry at Mitch Marner during the whole contract saga. I ranted about him. I ranted about how it was dragged out. I ranted about how his agent decided to criticize the Matthews contract the day it was signed. And I ranted about how his whole camp, how indignant they got about it when they started it. They started working Kyle Dubas publicly the second Austin Matthews contract was signed. I hated every moment of it. I hated that it got dragged all the way into training camp, and I hated that all it took was a phone call to end it all. After all of that. But let's be honest, guys. Mitch Marner's great. What was he? Tied for 3rd in NHL scoring. He was top 5. Best goal-scoring click of his career. Key part of the penalty kill. Great defensive player. Let's ease off of Mitch. I think in the first 2, maybe 3 games, you were right. If Price doesn't stop him in the 3rd period on that 2-on-1 with Willie, we're not even having this conversation. The real villain. Hey, Steve, I got to say from Habs fans, I love your point of view, and you make sense most of the time. Thank you, real villain, for admitting that the Habs are garbage. Mitch throws it in. Hyman must have got a part of it. Oh, not much of a part of it. Who was that in the butterfly there? Was that Merrill? You tried. Hey, last time the Leafs were down 3-0 in a playoff series. Well, no, that's not true. Game 4 against the Blue Jackets. Zach Hyman scored one of the goals as the Leafs erased that 3-goal deficit with about 3 minutes to go. Uh-oh. As long as you clear it. Willie's look good, eh? He's really had some jump. There you go. That's a good shot. They're making Price work. That's the 14th shot of the game. And Price has had to look sharp on over half of them. God, what a different team. What a different team, what a different feeling than years past. Leafs give up the first 3 goals of a game, and here I am talking about the reasons why they're good. This would not be last year's team.
There's another quick shot that Price able to hold on. Leafs win a draw, comes back to Muzzin.
Oh!
Off target, Bogosian around out of the reach of Nylander. Muzzin with a redirect and to catch Mikheyev by surprise. Back inside the Leaf zone and offside is called.
JM, Steve, do you think it's harder for individuals to take over a hockey game versus other sports like basketball, football? Yeah, so I guess a lot of you saw, here's some of Willie's work tonight. I guess a lot of you saw Stephen A. Smith's clip about McDavid and Draisaitl. And he goes, man, you're lucky this isn't basketball. I'd be going a lot harder on you. And the thing I'm sure he knows is that hockey, the teams are bigger. There's more players, not on the ice at the same time, but involved. Changing on the fly for someone. If you talk to someone who's never watched hockey in their life and you bring them to a hockey game, like I might have told this story game one, but a family friend from Scotland, I brought him to a Leafs Habs exhibition game, and he was like, they can just change on the fly. It blew his mind, and it never even occurred to me how different that is than other sports. Can't do that in football, can't do that in baseball, can't do that in basketball. Hockey, no problem. Anyway, sorry, I forgot where that answer began. Stephen A. Smith seemed to acknowledge that stars have a harder time in hockey. Hello, Will. What is this? Personal confidence is one thing, but having confidence within the team units, that's where I've seen the growth. Sheldon Keefe on William Nylander and his fancy hat. That's not what the graphics said, that last part, but it was. Eternal rivals. Do you think Montreal should go after Eichel? For fun? Yes. To be clear, I don't want Eichel on the Montreal Canadiens. Eichel's very good. But chaos. I have not forgotten that I cover hockey for a living. And pretty sure Sportsnet would be jacked. You see, because Eichel. Oh no, here comes the hat trick. Please no. Oh my gosh, Leafs. Morgan jumping up. He decided I'm the hero. I got down, I pressed L1, R1, and I'm going for it. And now he's got to come back. There's so much time left in this game. It's just over the halfway mark. They don't need to do anything stupid. They don't need to take unnecessary risks. Just play hockey. You finished first for a reason. You beat these guys up in your season series for a reason. You're up 3-1 in this series for a reason. You don't need to be dumb. Just play your game. Here's the big line. Be nice for another big shift. Oh, Mitch. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. There. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Big stop by Jack. Was that Toffoli? Oh, boy. That's a bad play from Bogo there. He's been out a long time. Tyler Toffoli obviously jacked up after that Scarborough feature. This is a sloppy game. This is not a game that we have seen so far in this series. Oh, well, I don't know if you can call me a broadcaster, perhaps a streamer, sidecaster, whatever you want to call it, but I'm going to pull out the old broadcasting line. Remember that save, folks. It could be a big one. Joe, are you for the... Oh, boy. I understand your question now. I had to read it a couple times. Are you a for the player or for a team contract kind of guy? So, we talked about this at length during the Mitch Marner saga. It's MLSE. I'm not cheering for them to save money. I don't care. Mitch, I have a lot more in common with Mitch than I do with the Toronto Maple Leafs organization. Mitch grew up in Ontario cheering for the Leafs. I can identify with that. I can't identify with being a billion-dollar corporation. But I'm not dumb, and I know there's a salary cap. So I'm happy when players make a lot of money. They deserve it. Do you make millions of dollars? I don't. You know why? I have a theory why we don't make millions of dollars. We don't play in the NHL. So I'm always happy for players to get their money. But, I mean, I want my team to win. And the less money you sign for, the easier it is to make your team better. And that's what I want. Does anyone have a poster of their favorite player's contract hanging in their room? Anyone? No, it's a goal that they scored or something with your favorite team. Dangerous spin and fire there, or it could have been. Habs pushing back a little bit after the Leafs. Oh, big hit on Hall. Habs pushing back after the Leafs mounted a little bit of offense there. They're starting to get back behind the Leafs again a little bit. That might be our first penalty of the game. No, it is not. I'm starting to think we just won't see one. Oh boy, real sloppy here. This is bloody chaos. Oh! So close to too many men. Oh, is he all right? I don't think he meant to do that. Muzzin looked like he got hurt there. What happened? This is chaos. Whoa. Oh no. Jack is starting to face some pretty point-blank opportunities. And that's not how you erase a 2-goal deficit. Ooh. Where'd that puck go? It's like we're mind readers here. Uh-oh. It's like you read my mind. Pluto the second. How have there been no power plays yet? Elimination game. Playoffs. If you're a Leaf fan, hard to complain. I don't know about it's favored the Leafs, but Leafs have done very well on the penalty kill, very well on the power play. That could have been really dangerous for Willie there. Good pass. Brody has been really engaged offensively in this game, or especially in the second period here. The Leafs are chipping away. They can get at least one more before the third. There's no reason to think they can't tie this up. If they can't get one, there's no reason. They have the talent. Low percentage, sure. Oh, I'm amazed more players don't just get drilled in the face with pucks. We're seeing an awful lot of the first two lines, though, eh? Oh, and this is loaded up again.
Sent out a play, though. Face it off again. Or what I really like about the coaching of Sheldon Keefe is he's not afraid to tinker. And
it's interesting because Hyman has your only goal, you know? I don't know if the loaded up line works. We saw it last year. It was Matthews, Tavares, Marner. Tavares hits the posts. The line wasn't bad. You going to get up there, bud? Oh, here we go. Good keep. Watch it. Oh. Get back. That's ice. Okay. I'm chipping away. 6:30 to go in the second period. Once again, click like on this stream. Gosh darn it. Click subscribe. If this is your first game, welcome. We have been at this. This is our third, roughly 3-hour stream in 4 nights, which is difficult for us as we're sort of just starting, but like I said off the top, some of my favorite streamers, they go for 8, 9, 10, 12, 24 hours. Oh, there it is. There's the first one. And it's Zach, who I was like, why don't you play him? Oh boy, key penalty killer.
On the loss, Zach Hyman going right after the puck. He kind of got tied up around
you can't argue the call. It's a trip.
Right here and just in desperation.
I mean, he was kind of tripped on the way down to trip. Look at this. Watch this.
But the damage was already done.
That's okay. That's frustrating. It's a trip. He deserves the trip. It's frustrating how it came to be. It's frustrating they missed the interference call on Matthews. It's frustrating that they missed the Mikheyev trip with the stick caught in his skate. But your penalty kill, who's been so good in this series, needs to give you another one. Needs to come up big yet again.
Talk of Gustafsson, he's not here on the first power play, might get a chance.
Very fidgety off this faceoff. Drop the puck, man.
Sport Logic tells us they've had 13 power play chances in the series, 6.
Good clear. Okay, there's Spets. Spets is usually face off and then off, which I think is what he just did. That's a good enough little kill, though. Yeah, it's what he did. Get back there, Mitch. Get back there, get back there, get back there. I thought that was an odd choice by Muzzin, but it actually sort of worked. My heart. Get it out. Get it out. That's out.
Comes outside the line and Tatar.
Nearing the halfway mark of this penalty kill. You're watching Watch a Leaf Game with Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle, and I'm having a heart attack. Oh, Mitch wanted that. You know what? It's probably best he didn't. He's been out there quite a while. Go for the change, bud.
With Shea Weber on a one-timer there, you know you're not going to get all of it. You just got to get a piece of it, and he got enough.
Clear it. That should have been cleared twice, 3 times. Thank you. These guys are so dynamic on the penalty kill, Engvall and Mikheyev. They don't even look real. They're both so tall, so lanky, so fast. There's another clear. Oh, no! Mitch out there again. What was that, like a 20-second break? You gotta, that's at least the second time the Habs have gotten away with that, and it affects possession. If it affects possession, you gotta call it. I get it, it's the playoffs, you let guys get away with things. That affects possession. It affects who has the puck. Your non-call is not indifferent. It benefits the team with committing the infraction. I don't get it. I don't get it.
So 0 for 14 in the series are the Canadians. But momentum after the power play is Gustafsson shot.
Sloppy shift here. Sloppy shift. Sloppy shift at the end of the power play for the Montreal Canadiens. Big kill. Lost and all that. I got all salty at the missed interference there. I wasn't sure who it was on. Again, I think it was against Marner. Uh-oh. No!
A chance in front.
Oh man, Jack Campbell with the save.
So the Leafs get a kill.
Doesn't Toronto look tired from Eric? No, I don't think so. Why do you say that? I'd be curious to know why you said that, Eric. Mr. Matt Lucky, is Sandin done for the series? And insignificant Nick, did the game off hurt Sandin's play? So I think those are related. Keefe's in a tough spot. He plays Sandin in game 4. No one would have batted an eye. Now, after a shutout in game 4 with Dermott in the lineup, with Sandin really fighting it tonight, should there be a game 6 in Montreal with fans, by the way, I frankly don't know how you don't go back to Travis Dermott if you're Sheldon Keefe. Boy, that's a tough one. I don't know what the answer is there. Oh, and sorry, for insignificant Nick, did the game off hurt Sandin's play? I mean, it seems pretty clear. Trying way too much, doing way too much. Habs did a good job attacking him. They made their own luck there. But he hasn't been up to it, right? You're going to play good teams in the playoffs. And the deeper you get, the more true that becomes. Joe, do you like the refs, that the refs seem to have a different rule book in the playoffs? No. I mean, harder to get a power play? Sure. Let the guys play rougher? Fine. It's not about not playing rough. Like, I hate that people are like, oh, you don't understand it. It's a man's game in the playoffs and all that. Tripping is a man's game. Hooking? It's like slashing a wrist, like slashing in the fingers. It's a man's game. Like, I think you're picturing like hard hits and fights. Like, people don't want that. No, we literally want you to call like stick infractions, man.
Hyman from Marner and Matthews got Toronto on the board.
And interference.
Hyman with Matthews and Nylander.
Hitting's great. That was a great hit from Danault. Hitting's great. What's wrong with hitting? Nothing.
For Nylander, and he'll redirect it in.
But there are rules around it.
Price moves the puck. Matthews is after it and comes up with it.
Oh dear.
Spins it down off Carey Price into the corner.
Austin makes mistakes look on purpose.
Matthews knocked that out of midair. Played to this
Get in there, Will.
near side. Canadians get it out. Josh Anderson will roll it down. Anderson with 5 shots to lead.
Was that a partial line change, or is Mitch off this line?
Here in game number 5.
Again, I don't have the audio. I have the option to get the audio. I don't want it. I don't want it yet, until it really screws me up. But I've been lucky so far. Boy. Habs are seeing a lot of open looks in the slot. This isn't good. Get in there, Wayne! Oh, that was an opportunity. I like that. I like that. I like that from Wayne Train. About 2.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Leafs once down 3-0, now down 3-1, which is about the nicest way you can put this game so far. They're close to evening up the shots, but who cares? Even up the score. Leafs can score on their next 2 shots, still be down, as long as they score them. Oh! Stiff hit on Engvall. Yeah, you got to hurry back there, boys. There's no ice. It's your own fault.
So if nothing else, it's been a moral victory for them.
Here's Simmons to Mikheyev right on.
Oh, Price has been so sharp. 2-minute warning in the second period.
Well, second period always creates opportunities with the long change. You can get
here we got a nice little highlight pack. Yeah, it's just a terrible mistake from Sandin. Kotkaniemi on that. Leafs get back on the board. Hyman kind of scores. It's mostly Mitch. And like, can everyone getting on Mitch's case, like, give him credit? Like, there you go. Be nice if he showed up. He showed up. He's got to continue to show up. Not going to build a statue because he got 1 goal while they're down 3-0, or helped with 1 goal while the score was 3-0. But he's doing well.
On that defensive zone draw. Here comes Brendan Gallagher over the line. Back pressure from Nylander. And Muzzin moves it to his defensive partner Hall. Galchenyuk rink wide.
A little too much zip on that. Oh! You all right there, Kerf? He's all right. You all right? He's all right.
Weber ahead for Danault at center. On to the right side, Gallagher.
Once again, folks, before you go and get your beverages and your snacks before second intermission, click like, click subscribe, all that stuff. To get back to the do the Leafs look tired question, I mean, Gallagher looked exhausted there. I think it's the playoffs.
such a critical
That's what I
time.
think.
They knew it was going to be important to get off to a good start. We've talked so much about
Carey,
the
don't
offense
forget it's
not
rigged in
coming.
the
Well,
Leafs'
4
favor,
goals
Steve.
in
You're
the
absolutely
first 4
right,
games,
Carey.
and here, minute 23 left in the
That's the
second,
dumbest
they
thing, man.
3 by
It's the
Campbell.
dumbest thing. Listen, your
Confidence
conspiracy
continues to
theory
grow.
makes sense.
Montreal came back
I
from
will
3-1
say
down
this.
in 2004
The
against
team,
Boston, 2011
there's an NHL headquarters
Washington,
here.
both Game 5 victories.
There could be bias in the war room.
Anderson, a backhand, doesn't get to the
Leafs
net,
win the
and
cup.
TJ
You
Brodie
know, if the Leafs win,
up the boards for
everyone
Hutton.
makes a lot of money. Your conspiracy theory
65 seconds
is
remaining
right
here in the second
in theory.
period.
It's awful in
Canadians led
practice.
by 2
They haven't
after 20
won
minutes.
in over half a century.
A 2-goal lead.
They haven't been to the second round since 2004. They went 9 years between playoff appearances.
Now Brodie up ahead
They went
at center,
13
marking
years
for Matthews
between
back.
playoff appearances and a full season.
Zone, it's rolled through for Matthews.
It's not rigged in their favor.
Unable to
Hate to break
control
it to
the
you.
puck. Hyman followed up, but now the Canadians will clear. Bogosian back with under a half minute left.
Under 30 seconds to go here. Click like, click subscribe. I know you're going to get
Sends
snacks.
it in from the red
Or are
line.
you? Perhaps you're
Robertson
staying with
back
me.
first with time, and now
You're
he'll
going to
bounce
play
it
is
all
Steve
the way
wearing
down right on
pants.
Campbell.
It's enough time for a rush here. Or to cough it up.
Clock running out on the Leafs here in the second period.
Looks like it'll be a rush.
With one more dash.
And a bowl
Stopped
full
up
of
by
mush.
Stahl.
And,
Brooks
all
back
right.
in his
Well,
own zone. That'll
Leafs
do it.
head to
And
intermission.
the two teams
Down
trade
only
goals
2 after
in the
being down
second
3,
period.
which I guess
And
is
so
something.
Montreal will
But this is by
remain
far the
in
Montreal
front.
Canadiens' best game of the
5-2.
series. Up 3-1 after 2 periods. Carey Price
Here in
looking
Game 5,
mighty,
our second
mighty
intermission.
sharp.
Coming
Big
up.
hits. Crashing the net. The Montreal Canadiens winning this game the way they have to. Let's see if the Leafs can storm back. A big storm back, come from behind victory would be a great way to end the drought. On home ice, yeah, baby. Yeah, that'd be great. But Steve, wouldn't you rather do it in front of the Habs fans? Man, shut up! This is the definition of beggars can't be choosers. 2004! Goodness gracious. You win it any way you can, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy Tomato, how do you feel about the comeback now? Never better. Ben, which series outside of Leafs Habs did you enjoy the most in round 1? Ooh. Tampa, Florida was chaos. Islanders, Pens is underrated. Carolina, Nashville's pretty good. You know, in wrestling, you know what always gets everyone's attention is a good squash match. And that is exactly what Colorado St. Louis was. I love watching the best teams be the best. You like it to be a little tighter? You know, overtime is great. I think I'm going to say Tampa, Florida, just because it was ridiculous. But for squash match reasons, producer Drew, you'll like this. I give it to the Colorado Avalanche over the St. Louis Blues. Drew said, don't forget your Are You Wearing Pants reveal is coming. I know. Fine. Here. You want to do that? You want to do the pants reveal? And then I'll go for a little break and I'll ask your questions? Or answer your questions? You ask the questions. I just answer them. Let's play Is Steve Wearing Pants? Am I wearing shorts? Am I wearing kahake pants? Or what? I'm going to go off screen for a second. Chat, answer now. What do you think I am wearing below the screen? I could have phrased that in a less creepy way, but I didn't. All Faithful, sweatpants, dangle navy. The Leafs heading into this game outscored the Habs 9-1 when I wore my badonkadonk sweatpants and they won both games. Ugh. Get low, do the squat hop as well. Get down, come back up. Got to do the full thing, ladies and gentlemen. I wore these because they're lucky. Making sure these are on the right way, and by the right way, I mean the wrong way. Is Steve wearing pants? Yes, the lucky pants, and that's why they'll win. Folks, I'm Steve Dangle. This is Watch a Leaf Game with Steve Dangle. I'm going to go for a brief break, but I will be right back. Click like, click subscribe, and just imagine what the comeback's going to look like, because it's happening, and it's going to be great. You know, first of all, welcome back to Watch a Leaf Game with Steve Dangle. Folks, I am back, but I've been back twice. I came down, I sat down, and I told the producers, I can't start. I got to go back upstairs. You know what? Fear not, folks. Fear not. The comeback is happening. The carrot muffin of luck and truth is with us. This is a tiny, teeny, tiny one-bite carrot muffin that my wife has made for my 11-month-old darling son. But no, we must have it to manifest a Leafs comeback. Everyone say it with me. Leafs comeback, 1, 2, 3. Leafs comeback! Okay. Just give me a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. I can see your comments right now. Jeff Merrick would never do this live on air. It's so unprofessional. That's not true. These are vegan. As a vegan carrot muffin, he would absolutely do that live on air. How dare you? Chris asks, by the way, click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. But we don't say that till the end, do we? Chris, wouldn't it be great if Nylander got a third period Hattie? Christopher, yes. Next question from Andrew. Tell Steve that... Okay. I guess you're telling producer Drew to tell Steve. Andrew says, tell Steve that the league overcompensates the other way to avoid looking like they are biased toward the Leafs. That's the reason why the Leafs haven't had success in ages, LOL. Andrew, that's a conspiracy theory I rather enjoy. Just a couple Drews. A message from Sportsnet. Like, actually? When's payday? It's soon, right? It's the 27th. Sorry, you're asking the questions. My bad. Sportsnet asks, how many carrot muffins could Steve eat in one sitting? Like, carrot muffins that fit in this thing? Depends how I'm feeling, if you know what I mean. If I'm feeling pretty good, honestly, I was going to say a couple dozen. That's outrageous. That's outrageous. Back when I worked at the zoo and I was working outside every day and I was 23. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could have done that. 33? I'm kind of fat. I don't know. Back when I had a little bit more elasticity in the stomach and less pudge pushing down. Oh, 2 dozen easy. Now, though, at least a dozen. What? Carrot muffins this big? Damium. Good question, boss. It comes from Bart Yabsley directly. Stephanie, we're also missing the Iggy experience. Oh, that's true. Let me just send a quick text to my wife. Send Iggy down? Question mark? Now, you got to remember, we saw Iggy before because it was Victoria Day and he was afraid of the fireworks. Let me just open the door. That's how small this room is. I can reach the door with barely getting out of my seat. Hopefully Iggy comes down here. That would be wonderful. The victory puppy, just willing victory to happen for your Toronto Maple Leafs. Your Toronto Maple, all of you, everyone in the chat. Yes, you too. Don't argue with, I can't hear you. Yes, you. Raphael, who's your favorite Habs player? Ooh. Oh. I do like that question. Brendan Gallagher. I'm going to say Brendan Gallagher. You hate to play against him. Terrible. Awful. Awful experience. I did get to meet with him, interview him before, I think it was the 2012 World Juniors. They announced the team in Calgary. Got to interview him in his very cool team jacket. Really cool team jacket. Who are the three youngsters? I'm trying to remember. I think that year I got to talk to, I did a, you know who it was? I got to talk to three prospects at the same time. I was going to say Braden Shen. We definitely spoke to him, but I don't think it was that particular shoot. I think it was Brendan Gallagher, Brendan Gormley. Remember him? Former first-round pick. Didn't quite pan out, but he did play some games in the show. And Mark Scheifele was the third. I got to talk to all three of them. They were basically sat beside each other, 1, 2, 3, on a couch. But Gallagher is just such a heart and soul player. Great leader. When Shea Weber, if he were to leave the Montreal Canadiens, get traded, what have you, you got to think Brendan Gallagher is the natural next choice for captain. I would think. Dan, can we do a how many muffins can Steve fit in his mouth? No, we can't do that. We can't do that, man. We can't. Hey, listen. Hey, don't screw this up for me, Dan. We're trying to show everyone that we can be professional and we can be fun. We're getting written up in The Athletic. You know, we might be on somewhere else. People are watching, Dan. My mom, probably. She's proud. She sees the chat and how everyone's interacting. She sees how many people are watching. She sees what fun her son is having, and she's like, I'm so proud of my son. And then I turn into a sideshow for you? Sounds like a delicious sideshow, though. You know what? Maybe. Oh, we're about to begin the third period of an elimination game. Let's watch a Leaf game with Steve Dangle. Not a good start. Still not a good start. Still not a good start. Still not a good start. Better. Oh my God, much better. Wow. Better in a hurry, but Carey Price stops Zach Hyman on a breakaway again. Carey Price, #1 star of the game, #1 star of the series. Jeez, this guy. I honestly think the Leafs might have more scoring chances than the Canadiens. They're at least equal.
We've seen a couple of chances trying to go high glove on Carey Price and not quite getting it. But this time,
he had 5-hole. He tried to go over the paddle, didn't quite work.
Price gave him the 5-hole, but took it away with the paddle on the ice.
You know what? Less than a minute in and you get that opportunity. There's another one. Just keep putting it on net. 19-19 remaining in the third period. That, by the way, is the last time the Leafs made it to the second round. I'm joking! 20:04 doesn't exist on the clock. Liam Nylander on the faceoff this time. Oh, get out there, you Sperry. Get out. Who's this now?
Paul Byron against Nylander, and the
Leafs collect it.
That one tipped it.
Oh!
Kerfoot.
Oh!
Another! Off Alexander
We're
Kerfoot.
still less than a minute into this period, and those are two really, really good chances for the Leafs. Oh, be nice to get a goal, though. Good grief, Carey Price. Good grief. Did you know he's good? This guy's got a future. Oh.
So 2 early stops to preserve a 2-goal Montreal lead.
There have been some really stiff tumbles in this game. Good stop there, Jack.
Be held by Campbell.
Good stop.
Now for Jack Campbell, it's just shut the door. And
my wife is going to let Iggy down. Will Iggy actually come down? Will the victory puppy show up? You know what he's done before, and it's so dry? He'll come to the basement and then jump on the couch that's out there instead of coming to say hi to me. He doesn't smell a treat. He doesn't have any chimkin. I'm not even going to say hi. I don't care. I don't care about him when he does not have chimkin. When did that become the pronunciation for chicken among dogs? They asking that on the main panel? Didn't think so.
Around it comes, and Muzzin, the hit on Suzuki as it played to the Montreal line. Teams are changing. And Paul Byron to the attack. Joe Thornton takes a look. Able to move it ahead, and Spezza kicks it onto his stick. And
here we go, vintage.
Can't get past Gustafsson, who sends it.
Here's Eric Gustafsson. Everyone freaking out about that decision. It's not looking so bad right now.
Ever score a playoff goal for the Maple Leafs with that tally in game number
I can't believe we haven't seen Romanov in this series. You can't tell me he's the Habs' 8th best defenseman, is he?
Comes out to play it. And around it goes for Kotkaniemi. Off the skates of Anderson, and coming back to get it is Adam Brooks.
I muted the mic to gargle.
Brooks to the bench.
Carrot muffin, right?
Hyman.
The Habs have really gotten a little boost of score effects when they've gone into the third period down against the Leafs. Hopefully it goes the other way. Oh, get in there like a dog in a bone. Get in there. Hi, Iggy. Iggy's here. Iggy's here, and the Leafs are about to score because Iggy's here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Iggy, tell him to stop. Iggy, tell him to stop right now. Oh, my God, it's a 4-on-2. Oh, my God, I hate it. I hate it here. This is terrible. Oh, stop. Oh. Hi, Iggy. Hi. Hi. He's a good boy. You can't really see him. Oh, still onside? Fruit? Stop by Price. Man, the Leafs have had some good chances. Good looks, and we're just about 3 minutes into the third.
Good hard forecheck creates some chaos in front, and Hyman almost was able to get to the post there, but Price able to react, get down, and then make sure nothing gets.
You got to feel good about the chances they've had.
Petrie kind of falling off to his right, tried to get that one to the
I'm really enjoying. Oh. I'm really enjoying not being on Twitter for these games and hanging out with you instead, because a lot of the discourse I've seen is acting like the Leafs are losing this series, and they've never won a game or scored a goal. And I'm sitting here like, they're getting their chances. Price can't stop everything. Was that a bad thing to say? No.
The great taste of Johnsonville.
Iggy's lying down on the floor, but he is here.
Like a late breakfast
Ranny, do you give Riley Nash permission to wear your number? No, I did not. He didn't give me a watch. He didn't give me nothing. But he wears 20 out there. Garbage. Leafs defensive zone draw. How about the job Kerfoot's had to do? Talk about pressure. I thought you were going to say, should Riley Nash get back in the lineup? I mean, maybe in place of Adam Brooks, but boy, I miss Nick Foligno. That'd be nice. Keep in mind, the Leafs have a 3-1 lead in this series without their captain and number one trade deadline acquisition there, Nick Foligno. Oh, dear. Okay. The play continues just the way it was drawn up, and oh, my God, that pass. Are you trying to kill me?
They had something going. Put through center, knocked away by Suzuki.
That wasn't good. Yes, Iggy. Can you hear him growling off screen? Pet me.
Gets to the red line, tries to flip it in. Mikheyev after it.
I don't know if, yeah, they're offside.
Early on in this third period, the goaltenders are both getting tested, but Carey Price, you look at the goal support. We've talked about it before. Here's his last 4.
Drax TV. Is this the time the top line needs to step up and do their thing? I mean, yes, obviously. They did get the one goal. What has been carrying the Leafs is their depth scoring. It'd be nice to get another one of those. And the great thing about depth scoring is there's 3 lines worth of it. You hope. You certainly hope.
Brody moves it ahead. Marner looking for Matthews. Up for Hyman at center.
Oh, man.
It's clogged up there.
There's just nothing out there for this line, though.
Back to reorganize.
You can't rely on getting a breakaway every shift.
Riley sends it in from his own side of center.
Like, that's interference.
That's an icing call.
It's going to be a penalty.
Gallagher on Marner. Was that called?
Set play by Toronto trying to dump it
Like
in
he's
low
going in
and
to retrieve the puck. The
get
Leafs
Martin
dump
to
it
go
in.
or Hyman to
It's
go in
obviously
after
by
it
design,
once.
and it affected
Gallagher
possession.
here,
Watch
he reads
this.
it and immediately goes right
Yes.
after Martin,
Yes.
so he's unable to get
Well,
it.
it's not even that
Dump
bad of a
it
hit.
and
It's not
they have
about
a few
that.
words, but
It's about impeding the player
recognizing
who
the
doesn't
play
have the
that they want,
puck.
but
You can't do
take
that.
a penalty and allow
You can't do
Toronto
that.
an opportunity here. What a
You want to be Kyle Lowry? You
advantage here,
stand there
chance
and
for
take the
Leafs to
charge?
cut the
Fine.
lead to 1.
The first power play of
Mitch
the
Marner
night.
draws the penalty, puts the Leafs on their first
They had one
power
game
play of the
all
game.
year where they did not
Power
have
play
a
that's
power
been
play.
hot and cold. They do have 3 goals in this series, 3 for 16, 4 for 17 would bring them 1 goal closer to tying this thing. Let's start with a big face-off win from Jumbo.
1 for 2 in game 4.
Maybe.
Thornton against Deneau, who's won 14 of 23. And
Not so much. Whoa, okay.
knocked down at the line by Riley. Deneau unable to clear it. Leafs trying to keep it alive. Good stick by Thornton. And now
That's a
Marner on
great
the far
battle to
side.
keep it.
Back around for Hyman.
Leafs still running around though here.
Matthews, slow arriving, and Armia closed
Oh,
quickly.
come on.
Riley
There you go.
across
There
the
you go.
corner. Deneau
It's an unfortunate bounce.
goes.
Ah!
Thornton for Riley, and now
Leafs really doing a good job here to not
can't get
give
off
up
with
the
it.
puck.
It's played past Matthews, and
Oh, but the Habs eventually get the clear.
Everybody running
Boy, that's
hard
a
is
tough way to kill 30 seconds though.
the penalty killer's not allowing that to happen easily.
Byron and Toffoli, who have been shorthanded goal threats this season, are
Oh, just put it on.
penalty kill.
Enough of this.
Moving down low and around
Oh
it
God, I'm
goes.
that fan, aren't I?
Up top to
Shoot!
Marner. Morgan Riley to Matthews. Down in front for
But it's
Hyman.
so often the right thing to do.
Down there by Sherratt. Thornton keeps it alive for Marner. Riley up top. Mitch Marner.
Oh,
Thornton
just throw it on. Just throw it on.
back to Riley.
Oh,
out of his
my-
reach and down the ice.
Or do that.
As the Leafs will make changes.
Just chuck it away. You got Habs on their knees in the blue paint. You got friendly attackers in front.
Matthews stays.
Throw it to the blue line.
Jason Spezza for Nylander.
Disagree. Oh!
Kicked away.
Oh, Willie!
Sharp
Come on.
stop, and Price with a power
Oh.
to block that. Centering pass by Nylander.
Is Austin going to stay out there for this whole thing? Looks like it.
Trying to get it to the front of the net, and
Might get a
Armia
quick
with
change
the
here.
clear.
Yeah, he's probably going to get a change here. Oh, man. Oh,
Last
killer.
ball on this power play for Toronto. And Muzzin turns it
Oh,
back, and
like,
nobody was there.
that's inexcusable. That sort of thing.
So Gallagher gets set to return. Here's Kerfoot with one last burst into the
Can't be
zone.
doing the drop pass to a
With the man
ghost.
advantage. Back for
All right,
Muzzin
power
as
play's
Gallagher
over. The
arrives.
Leafs still have offensive zone time. Possession.
Pass
Oh,
across. Simmons can't get it to the net. Right back onto his stick. Muzzin fired.
On.
Scores!
What did I tell ya?
Muzzin
Put it on!
fly.
Put it on!
Goal game.
What did I tell you? What? One more. My dog is still here, by the way. Jake Muzzin. Remember, it was still during the regular season. The Leafs power play is dying out there. Dying. And they decide to put Jake Muzzin out there. Let's just see. Let's just see if he can do it. What does he do? He cranks the thing. I just spat all over the screen. Cranks the thing. And it ends up in the net. And that's what happened there. The traffic in front helps. It always helps. It's a team thing. Iggy left. He's sick of the screaming. Thank you for the assist there on that one, though,
They
Iggy.
only needed one, and it was Muzzin who puts it in the
There
back
you
net
go.
to
Big
make it
Selly
a
from
3-2
Johnny.
game.
Captain likes
And the
the
Leafs,
look of that.
with
It's the third
13
time
minutes
this
to work,
series that
are
the
within one.
Maple Leafs have got a goal from
Not a power
one
play
of their
goal,
blue liners. They were 30
but
and
like a
second
power play
last
echo
in
goal.
goals by
Is that a
defensemen.
thing?
During the regular
What is it
season,
called when you score within
only
30
two
seconds of the
goals.
power play? Power play
Is
echo
the
goal.
one watching to find out
Oh.
who they'll play in the next
Oh,
round.
great from
Big Nets.
Galchenyuk. Put that on.
Galchenyuk's pass
Oh.
off the leg.
Learn.
Here's TJ Brody
Oh.
firing a rebound
Oh.
loose in front, and
Oh, baby.
ball unable to control that. It's McKay.
You're paying attention now, aren't you?
Cycle it around. Zach
You're
Bogosian
paying attention.
activates. Galchenyuk trying to keep it alive.
Watch it,
but
watch it, watch it.
they'll have
Good,
to
good, good,
reroute
good, good.
it at center.
Get that change.
Brody doesn't waste any time. Right back in. Around it goes, and Matthews
Good job, Mickey.
back on the ice.
Oh,
Looking for Marner
okay.
on the near
I like that there,
side.
Austin.
Leafs within a goal.
Oh.
Matthews heals that into the corner.
Oh.
6:52 the time of the goal. For Jake Muzzin.
That big line's got to be big.
Shot away.
Big line. Oh,
Good, and Tatar
dangerous there to
underworks
Tatar,
that.
but big hit on Sherratt. You got to get that. You got to get
By
that.
Matthews.
You can't lose your head, though.
Release it to the boards, and Hyman's there.
I don't think I'm going to get to a ton of your questions this period, guys.
Back in his own zone.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't like that at all.
Stop, and Campbell gets a quick
Oh, that's an early whistle. If I was a Habs fan, I'd be upset. Big stop from Campbell, though.
The Toronto net after that.
You need that out of Gallagher.
Boy, this is
I don't
where
even
you
blame
really
him.
miss the crowd,
Okay, I'm going to
don't
close the
you?
door
When
now.
the game gets heated up, the attention goes back to the front of the net as Campbell able
Oh.
to get a piece of that one and hold on.
Cover that.
It's Jake Muzzin who's
No, that's the right call. That's the right call. They dug it loose. There was a bounce there. It might have gone off Kerfoot. Really hard to tell from that angle. Again, I can't hear the broadcasters. And with 11:43 to work, the Leafs are within one. Oh, baby. Vince says Jake Carrot Muffin. I love it. Joey T, can we please get Babcock reviewing the carrot muffin? All right. You see here, we have the remnants. We have the wrapper that once held a carrot muffin. A carrot muffin like any other, you might say. Looks good. Smells good. You made it right. Made your mix right. Right amount of sugar. Didn't want to overpower it. Right amount of cinnamon. May seem like just a simple carrot muffin. But you know what it is? It's work. It's teamwork. It takes a whole team. Sugar, cinnamon, spices, carrot. Don't forget about the carrot in the carrot muffin. It takes a whole team to create a winning recipe. How's that? I haven't done Babcock in a long time. 19,000 people watching this stream. Goodness gracious, everybody. Hello and welcome. Watch a Leaf game with Steve Dangle. If this is your first stream, I can't believe that is what you chose to walk into. Leafs within one here. Game 5. We don't talk about 2004. We don't talk about winning the series. We talk about evening this game at 3. And then we go from there. Oh, baby. Oh, my heart. It's ready. It's ready to go. Oh, Chibi Lenny, my grandmother is proud of you, and she doesn't even know you. Thanks, Grandma. That's wonderful. What the... Mike, could you see Gallagher in a Leafs uniform by the end of this game because he stole it, because he's angry? Perhaps. But that's the only way. I don't think he would ever come to Leafs. Good God, Austin! I don't know about that there, friend. Now, this is the problem that the Leafs do. When they make mistakes, they overcompensate. They do too much. It's what Rasmus Sandin did earlier in the game. Matthews is doing it right now. He's scrambling around, doing too much. The Leafs are doing too much. And this top line that's supposed to be generating offense is now hemmed in their own zone. It's not good. Oh, you can't leave Toffoli alone even for a second. All right, here we go. Here we go. I think you've got to shoot that. Oh. Just get back. Just get back.
Rookie back the other way to flip it down into the Toronto zone.
Boy, that'll get you some ice time, won't you? From one
Still over half a period to play. Leafs now out shooting the Montreal Canadiens, but that's to be expected. They've been losing the entire game. It's called score effects, kids.
Morgan Riley for TJ Brody. Galchenyuk will
Leafs
send it in.
obviously within one. They were down 3-0. They're looking better, or were looking better until that last shift. That was awful. Oh boy. Hashan, can you do Dangle making carrot muffins recipe video? Maybe. Keep in mind, I didn't make these. My wife did. I'm sure she could teach me. That was the greatest. That was one of the greatest things I learned as an adult. I think cooking is like this extremely hard thing to do, and I could never possibly do it. And then I started doing it. And then I could make my own food. Not just a stupid sandwich or microwave something. Start making your own burritos. Your own sausage penne alla vodka. You got to stay energized. You can't have a comeback on a full stomach. No, on an empty stomach. I screwed it up. Be inspired anyway. Let's go.
Montreal makes changes. Bogosian ahead over the stick.
Adam Brooks tying this game would probably send me through the wall behind me. Anyone tying this game would send me through the wall behind me. Everyone, click like, click subscribe. I spoke to Gary Bettman. He said that he'll rig this game in favor of the Leafs. If you click like and subscribe.
And Suzuki wins the draw. Back for Petrie. Played big. And let Ed Campbell awkwardly sprawling to
Jack. That one was maybe a quick whistle, but at least the Leafs took it out of harm's way beforehand. Oh, what happened there? Oh, he just falls backward. At least he didn't scoop it into the net. Good Lord, can you imagine? Oh, I cannot. And now I don't have to because it didn't go in. 20,000! Let's go! 20,000 watching this game concurrently. Enough to pack Scotiabank Arena! Which we will do one day. But until then, the Leafs in Scotiabank Arena right now in front of their captain, John Tavares. He's watching. He's up there. They have come back from down 3-0 against the Montreal Canadiens. Zach Hyman gets him on the board. Just a little kiss on the puck. Mitch Marner throwing it in front. A little kiss to help it get across the line. Makes it 3-1. Leafs have a power play in the third period. Doesn't go so well. Jake Muzzin says it's Jake Muzzin time. Blasts it, and Muzz Lightyear to the rescue. The Leafs are within one. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? This is Watch a Leafs Game with Steve Dangle. I am Steve Dangle, and I am going! It feels like we're about to watch something special. Doesn't it? It really does. This whole season has felt like it. This whole series has felt like it. This game is starting to feel like it. Believe in special things happening. It's a better way to be. I don't miss last year when I was like, how are they going to mess this up? I don't miss it. I got to tell you, should they lose this game? I'm confident. I'm confident in this team. Michael, who's scoring the game-tying goal? That is a great question there, Mike. I'm going to say Austin Matthews. He had a really tough shift there. I think he's going to answer it back with a real good one here. In their own end again, though. It's not a good start. That is very good there, Austin. Yes. Zach Hyman is seeing a lot of the puck tonight. It's good news. Because when he's dialed, the team's dialed. I thought he could have dumped that. Are they they're onside. They're onside. But the Leafs shank it out. Riley's got green light, obviously. Less than 9 minutes to go. You can't get too nuts with that. Not a bad shift. 8.5 to go. You got to dump that. So I'm going to remind you again, you'll never see it. You'll never see it in your entire life. But if you push a player offside, it is a penalty. But I've never seen it called. I've literally never seen it called. You'll see a face-off violation get called in the playoffs before you see that. I've seen a face-off violation called in the playoffs. I have never once seen, even in the regular season, someone penalized for pushing a player offside. And I don't even know if that's pushing. That's battling for ice, really. Clancy, eat another muffin for good luck. You know what? I just might.
Nylander taking face-offs and deep in the zone there on Scores!
Ah! Yes! Are you joking me? Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
It was Jake Muzzin.
Believe!
Cut
Believe!
and it's Muzzin.
Believe!
Maybe got a little piece of that one. The
Still
reaction
8
by
minutes to
Price
go in this game.
was he thought he
Did I
had
break the
it.
microphone?
It's in the
No, I can hear
defensive
myself
zone.
again.
Right
I think I might have
number
broke it for a
16.
second.
The drop back goes right down the
Galchenyuk
middle
puts it
and
on,
goes
and
right off the
Muzzin
stick
gets
of
the
Muzzin
dip, I think.
through the wings
2-goal
on
third
Carey
period
Price. Look at the
for
reaction
Jake Muzzin,
afterwards.
and the Leafs,
Trying to top
down
up the stick
3-0, have tied this game.
ties up
This
Weber sticks
game
his
5,
ice, and it's Galchenyuk.
with the Leafs up 3-1 in the series.
It goes right between the legs as Price expecting
Folks,
it over to his left.
I'm sure I
It's
don't need to
deflected
tell
back
you
and
how big the next goal is.
Who had Jake Muzzin?
Perhaps I do need to tell you,
Wow.
no game in this series has gone to overtime.
4 goals from their blue liners.
There have been so many overtimes in these playoffs. This series has not granted us with one. This microphone is on the fritz. I did something to it when they scored.
Here in period number 3.
Hello.
So they're cheering in Woodstock right now.
Producers, let me know if you can hear me right now. I'm sure hoping you can.
The third period.
You got me? Okay.
Great about
You
playoff
got me.
hockey, though.
Good.
It's not always the top
Thank you,
guy.
producer
It's not
Steph,
always
getting in
the
my
top
ear.
scorers.
I heard
Everybody can
many
play the
different
role. We've
frequencies
seen that
there.
on both sides here.
And you'll see the Leafs didn't even really, that was a pretty reserved celebration considering they just erased a 3-goal deficit in an elimination game. And it ain't them on the verge of elimination. Oh, stiff on Marner.
Stood up at center by John Merrill.
There's still so much time. Oh,
The boards and out.
oh my heart. You might see a guy have a heart attack live on the Sportsnet YouTube channel. Please don't make my death in vain. Click like and subscribe and tell all your friends. Watch the Leaf game with Steve Dangle or whoever they replace me with after I die. Oh God, Brendan Gallagher. That's a good little rush.
Tatar tries to center and it's
Here we go, Gally. He's not Gally, he's Chucky. My bad. I always forget. I always call him Galch. And Habs fans were yelling at me, like, that's not his name. And I'm like, you don't get to call him stuff anymore. Except for Sir.
After a 3-point night in game number 4.
Oh. Oh.
He's got it again. And
Oh. These, oh! He's okay. He popped up.
Well, what a job
These
by
are the playoff
Galchenyuk
jitters I remember.
was the orchestrator
Feeling
of
like
this little shot.
any
Gets the
moment
drop back,
I
doesn't
could
have any
just
speed going,
be an
just
ex-person.
making sure He gets it through the man. There's the little tip as it
How
goes
often do
through,
you see
and
that play from Jake
the
Muzzin
emotional
even?
playoff hockey, you start the period
Oh,
down
never
by
mind.
2, Muzzin's
Not
been able
a very
to
reserved
get
Selly, is it?
and the
Oh, I
reaction
love
in
it.
the corner tells the story, doesn't it? Everybody loves
baby.
scoring, but when you're not expected to be
This
the
is
top
interesting. We got Spezza out there with Engvall and Mikheyev, so we got sort of 1.5 centers. Engvall's kind of a center. Simmons not on the ice in the offensive zone. I wonder how he's going to be used for the rest of this third period. Oh, Price did not know where that was for a minute. What happened? What happened? Again, I can't hear. I believe it was a high stick. Oh, chat, how you doing? Chat, how you doing? Your boy's dying over here.
And Price wasn't sure where the rebound
Undercard dreamer. Does your wife realize she's got to make about 10 dozen muffins for this playoff run? Hey, they scored that one without it. And you know what? You know what? That Brendan Gallagher face reminds me of something. That reminds me of something. What does it remind me of? You tell me. If I'm not mistaken, you remember the famous reaction? Gallagher screaming. JT going, what? What? And Kapanen going, I believe the Habs were up 3-0 in that game as well. In Toronto, in Scotiabank Arena. It might have been the Air Canada Center at the time. Doesn't matter who was paying for the name of the building. It was still that building. Habs up 3-0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leafs win that game 6-3. But I'm not asking for that. Oh, what's Steve's stress level? Shoo! It is deep orange. Deep orange. Red? I don't know what we got to do to get to red, because the scale is enjoying his coffee to losing to a Zamboni driver. My neighbors were afraid of me after I made that video. The marathon man. Steve, I'm so nervous right now. Calm me down. No! It's the playoffs! It's a tie game! It's the third period! Ain't no calm! You didn't come here to be calm. You didn't become an avid hockey fan. You're one of the top 10% of hockey fans. You know that, right? You're watching a stream with a weirdo. You are one of the top 10% of hockey fans that you're here right now. You do not get to be calm. The life that you signed up for does not involve you being calm. You signed up for this. You signed up for pandemonium. You signed up for adrenaline. You signed up for visits to the doctor because my heart made some sort of jump that I'm not sure I've ever felt before. But you have. The last time they were in the playoffs. This is what the playoffs are about, folks. Boy, if this game goes to quintuple overtime, I'm in trouble because I'm spending a lot of energy right now. Oh, you watch it. Matthews and Marner coming in. 2-on-2. Oh, if that is a rebound, I swear to God, Matthews is burying it.
Again, the Canadians to try to keep the puck alive. Instead, now that creates a bit of an odd man rush with Kotkaniemi back playing defense. He does the best he can to try to stop that one through.
I've been screaming so much. I was shooting my hat picks video today, which is up on this very same Sportsnet YouTube channel. And I started to feel like a jingle in my throat when I yelled. It made my voice go guttural that I hadn't felt before. And I've been feeling it all throughout this stream. And I'm wondering, did I scream myself into a new octave that I didn't know I had before? The answer might be yes. That actually sounded like the voice modulation machine from Super Troopers. You don't have these at your station? Shout out Super Troopers. Great film. Great film. Leafs ice the puck. Willie with a smile.
This entire series, the last few games, he was 30, 33, 44, and 33. So very much you get a right-handed.
Who's okay? Joshua, is Galley the best trade Dubas ever made? Man. I remember looking at Korshkov, and I think it was a pick, and thinking, gosh, that's steep. No. Listen, good trade. Best ever, no. But, wow. And it's so funny. We did a podcast earlier that day, unrelated, like not knowing that trade was going to happen. No even whisper of it happening. And I was like, oh, why would the Leafs go out and get Galchenyuk? There's no need for that. And I was talking about him like he was done. He ain't done. Setting up the game-tying goal in this one right now. Oh, Engvall almost kept it. Watch Caulfield. Ooh, very close to a trip. There's Simmons out there. I guess they just wanted Spets on the face-off. Oh! Bogosian! Muzzin again! Bogosian! The beard duo! Oh, get back there.
Okay.
You get the feeling Muzzin's going, man, this puck just keeps coming back to me.
I rubbed my head on the microphone. I didn't mean to do that, ladies and gentlemen. How did that sound? That's the worst ASMR of all time. Listen, as a really out there YouTuber rubs the top of his headphones on the microphone. Oh, Austin Matthews. Come on, buddy. Come on. I'm losing it. I don't see myself getting to a ton more questions. Ever in my life. I don't know if I'll be able to handle it. Get back. That's a good play there by Riley. Really good play. Get it out. Good by Matty.
Austin Matthews
Oh.
with the nose from
Oh, who was that?
on that and turned
That
away
was a
what
great little
looked
play
like a
there.
promising Toronto
I think he
rush.
swatted it away.
was
Leafs
dead tired, so he
Leafs
was
were
trying
away
to
with
knock
numbers
out,
there.
he might have been able to
Oh,
join
watch
on
it,
that
watch
and
it,
make
watch it,
something
watch
out
it.
of
Oh,
offense.
Hyman.
Corey
The
Perry
battle.
off the bench and
Somehow
into the
not
zone.
getting a trip call while
Perry
battling for the
stalled on
puck.
Mia.
Thank goodness.
The line that set an early tone for the Canadians.
Oh, this line's been out there for a minute.
In behind the net.
Not a literal minute. I'm talking about a long time minute.
Tracked by Hall, a centering play, knocked out.
Where is it? Oh, get out. I don't like you. Get it to center and dump it.
Gonna roll it down the ice. They change in behind.
Hyman loves to dump and chase. He's never heard of just dump.
Around it comes and
It's not in his
TJ
DNA
Brody's there.
to do that.
Rebound left in front, and it comes back to Price to hold it with under 3 left here in the third.
Boy, desperation plays all over the ice, isn't it? With a tie game so late, there's Deneau does a good job knowing, okay, the threat's going the other way. He's in a vulnerable position, but
Very
he does an
important
excellent
question
job
for the
of just
production
giving
staff.
what he can to keep that one from
Can
going
we
back the
do
other
these
way.
from the
A little bit of an
hospital?
anxious moment with a rebound in front of Price. He's able to get it.
Shots this period, 14-3. Holy!
Foot
The
dueling
thing
on
about
the
score
draw.
effects is they're very definitely a
From the
thing.
scrum, it's along the boards
You know,
for
basically
Cut.
when a team who's
Flip it away,
losing
Deneau
gets all the
gets
shots.
to the
But
Canadian
what if they
bench.
tie it?
TJ Brody
It's
on
really
the
hard to get back on the
will follow up with
playing
a
like it's a
loss
tied game
at the
wagon.
Montreal line. Here's Josh
Uh-oh.
Anderson
Don't
trying
let
to
him
slip
through.
and
Nope.
Campbell knocks it away. Galchenyuk along the boards. Byron there for Montreal. And a
Whoa,
pass
watch
from
it, guys.
Byron
Oh.
out of his reach, and
Habs screwed it up for themselves there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Anderson and Mikheyev lifts his stick.
Watch it!
Hall turned around.
Oh, no!
Steal in front. And Toffoli
What a stop.
didn't get enough on that, and Campbell able to make the stop. Dangerous chance there
Oh.
for Tyler Toffoli. Love down at the line and held in.
That was a good play by Wayne Train. Even better keep. Watch Toffoli! Toffoli's getting way too much open ice in this game.
This line for the Canadians has looked dangerous as the game
Goodbye,
wore on.
Bunsen.
But now Simmons is
Goodbye,
up.
Hall.
Simmons with an assist here in the third.
Ooh,
He's taken
Sherrod
it
on
to
Simmons.
Sherrod
Tough,
on a
tough,
strong
tough, tough.
defensive play.
There's Matty. I was about to say, literally the words were on the tip of my tongue. The big line's got to be coming out with about a minute and a half to go in this game.
Next goal win
Oh.
territory now. TJ Brody, Matthews.
Let's go.
Marner, his shot off
Oh.
the skate wide. Marner battling to get it back, but it's played away by Tatar. And
No,
icing's
it's not going to be ice.
Here as Brody goes back. Morgan Riley ahead, red line, and bouncing it down on Price.
This has been pretty much an all Leafs third period. The Habs have had a couple flurries. They've looked dangerous.
Here's Deneau.
Oh boy.
That one blocked up there by Bogosian.
Good clear.
Shea Weber.
50 seconds. Who is Sheldon Keefe going to put out? You just put out your top line.
And a high flip
Oh, Jack,
down
Jesus.
Campbell.
Why? Why?
Wilson moves it along
At
for
this stage in the
Galchenyuk.
game, why?
It comes to center
The
ice.
Kerfoot, Nylander, Galchenyuk line is out there
Off Perry,
probably
back
to
into
end
late
this
zone.
game unless there's a face-off of some sort, then I don't know.
Jake Muzzin. Bogosian will flip it away.
Ooh,
Bouncing puck there, and Kerfoot
25.
couldn't reach it. Back for TJ Brody. A hit for Nylander.
whoa, very close to too many men. Watch it, Willie.
Here's Nylander in. Rebound.
Oh!
Bounce
Oh!
off the stick of
Oh, Mikheyev, so close. Mikheyev.
Rebound
Words
opportunity
are hard.
left to
Words are
Nylander.
impossible.
For the first
Oh, and
time
for the first time this series, ladies and gentlemen, the Leafs, after being down 3-0, head to
Mikheyev going
overtime.
hard to the net. Nylander's made things happen all night. Here's a little quick rebound.
Look at
there,
Mikheyev.
just a-
Oh.
over his stick.
Right now, I know a lot of you right now are going, oh, Mikheyev.
Out of trouble.
But, like, you hit that puck. What was he supposed to hit it with, his hip? Oh, my dear. Oh, my heavens. Oh, how long is the break between the periods? For... all right. Ladies and gentlemen, all 25,000 of you, good Lord. My wife just sent me this. So you've all wanted baby Leo to make an appearance. Absolutely not, because he's asleep during these games. But here he is cheering in his sleep. That's him on the baby monitor, and I don't even know what he's attempting. Oh, man. Oh, from producer Drew, it's a full intermission. Why do you hate me? Oh, baby. The Leafs down 3-0. Horrible start. Unfathomable first 10 minutes. And then from there, it hasn't been blemish free, but outside of really that Sandin blunder, not bad. Especially third period, Habs took their foot off the gas. Score effects came into play. The Leafs tied it up. They really tied it up. It wasn't 3-0. I think it was 3-1. The Leafs came back from a 3-1 deficit against the Washington Capitals, Game 3, 2017. I was there. It involved a 5-on-3 penalty kill. I remember Martin Marincin was involved. I hated it. William Nylander got one of the goals. I think it was the game-tying goal. Leafs go to overtime. And I want to say it was Nazem Kadri from the half wall. Deflection from Tyler Bozak. And the Leafs take a 2-1 series lead against the Washington Capitals, which no one in their wildest dreams expected. That was a huge comeback. That was awesome. This, down 3-0 in an elimination game. A full intermission is the best thing that could possibly happen to the Montreal Canadiens here. Leafs were all over them. All over them. There were a few good shifts from Montreal. It's going to happen. It's the National Hockey League. But if you're asking me who looked better, the Leafs. The team that was down 3-1 heading into the period got a goal from Jake Muzzin. Got another goal from Jake Muzzin. I really can't believe we're here. Folks, click like, click subscribe. James, OT call for both teams. No. No, I'm not falling into that. Nope. Matthews. Oh. No. Nylander. The story's better. It is, right? Goals in 5 straight, goals in all 5 games. It's better. Nylander. Jacob, I bet the final score will be 4-3. You know, I appreciate comments from people willing to go out on a limb. Jacob, you're brave. Noah, please go get another muffin, Steve. We need muffin power. Am I allowed to go for a break, producers? In between overtimes? I don't know. Oh, producer Steph just said I'm allowed. I got green light. I'm not even, here's how dedicated I am. I'm not even going to go to the bathroom. I'm just going to get a snack. I will be right back. Overtime awaits. No, like I'm leaving. I'm leaving now, guys. So. Let's go! Mm. For those of you just tuning in, it's a Lucky Muffin. And I'm going to turn the mic off so I can chew. Won't take long. One for the comeback and one for the win. We began the third period here on the Sportsnet YouTube channel. Watch a Leaf game with Steve Dangle. We began Carrot Muffin. We began this period with a rally muffin. Leafs erase a 3-goal deficit. Now, heading into overtime. The first overtime of this series. I need the energy. So the second Lucky Muffin was deployed. You know, it's funny. Saw some tweets. People like, oh, I'm sure Steve Dangle's handling this well. I wonder how Steve Dangle's handling this. You silly goose. Log on to the Sportsnet YouTube channel. Click on this stream. Watch a Leaf game with Steve Dangle. Game 5. It ain't new. This is number 5. This is our 5th game. And you can see exactly how I'm handling this thing. Hey, while I take a drink from my gallon that I finished hours ago and filled up again, while I'm drinking water, please click like and please click subscribe. My heart, my pulse. You ever feel your pulse in your neck? No, just me? Oh, yeah. Feeling ready. Feeling ready. How we feeling? How is everyone feeling? Whew, let's get to some of your questions. Noah suggested to get another muffin, so thank you to Noah. I kind of just wanted one anyway. One small bacon. Can you be both a Habs and Leafs fan? Okay, you know what? Yeah. After this series, it becomes a little difficult, right? I've spoken to a surprising amount of Leafs/Bruins fans. There's actually a lot in Oshawa. It's all Bobby Orr's fault. There's also a lot of East Coasters in Oshawa, and East Coast is very big on the Bruins. But because the Habs and Leafs have not played in the playoffs since 1979, it's actually been a rivalry that's kind of, it's been fun. It's been fun in the regular season. When the Leafs and Habs get together, it's always a great time. But it's a rivalry that's been sort of upheld by our parents and grandparents. I mean, growing up, I know I didn't like the Sens. Couldn't be a Leafs and Sens fan. I don't like the Flyers. I don't like the Devils. I don't like the Sabres. And I didn't really like the Blackhawks. Basically, any team that beat the Leafs in the playoffs, I did not like. The Canucks and Kings got forgiven because I was too young and not capable of hating a hockey team. Man. Yeah, so I have spoken to people who do like both teams. My thing is, once the playoffs hit, you got to pick one. Ed, didn't you promise to go through a wall if they tied it up? All right, Ed. let me let you in on something. Game 3, Leafs Bruins, 2018. I find out I'm going to be sitting between the seats, between the benches. I'm going to be literally behind the broadcasters. I'm going to be so close to the Leafs and Bruins that they can hear me. Marchand, that game, tripped Marner off a faceoff, and I screamed, "Typical!" so loud that half the Bruins bench turned around. If there's footage, you'd be able to see it. I'm not kidding. Half the Bruins bench turned around. Earlier that day, I almost didn't get to go to the game, knowing that I'd be sitting between the two benches of the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins because the basement flooded. Yep. Shop vac, dehumidifier, kicking holes in walls. You got to fix the foundation properly from the outside, but until then, you got to use hydraulic cement, and you got to do it yourself, and you can't get it on your skin or you're going to just erode. So no, I don't want to go through a wall again. I am not the Kool-Aid man. He is red. I am blue. Know the difference. Bradley, what if the muffins cancel each other out? Bradley, we all know that's not how muffins work. It's like Cell from Dragon Ball Z. I acquire those 2 carrot muffins' powers, and I use it to fight all the Saiyans of Earth. Sorry, I sorry to be repetitive. I know they talked about the Saiyan and Cell theory on Hockey Night and everything. I know Jennifer Botterill was going off about it, and Kelly Rudy. Kelly Rudy's always going off about Goku, Vegeta, Prince of the Saiyans. He's always going off about that. I'm trying to be different here, so I'll knock it off. You're right. No more Dragon Ball Z talk. We get enough of that from like Amber and all them. Okay. Anthony, besides any of the Leafs, who's your favorite player? James Reimer, obviously, still love him dearly. It was Jarome Iginla growing up, favorite non-Leaf. You know, it's funny. My brain went to Wayne Simmons because for years I was like, I wish he'd be a Leaf. And now he's a Leaf. And I still can't believe it. Do love James Reimer. I love a lot of the guys on the Hurricanes there. Victor Hedman, Braden Point. Tampa Bay Lightning got a great team. Is there a better closing time player than Braden Point right now? Well, we're about to find out. Hopefully it's another guy wearing blue and white and nothing else. The Toronto Maple Leafs and Montreal Canadiens. Overtime. Game 5 starts now.
Here we go in overtime. Canadians trying to keep their season alive. And the Maple Leafs trying to move into round number 2. Campbell slaps it into the corner.
Jack?
Thomas Tatar to the point. Ben Sherratt's played more time than anybody. He'll get it deep, and here's Weber firing it off a skeet. Ricochets back into the Montreal zone.
Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart. Folks, I don't know how I'm going to survive this overtime. I don't know how. That's a good clear. Jack, I know you're excited. You just calm down. See how I'm handling this? Calm down.
We don't want to get extended on this long change again, like the second period.
Riley sends it in. Kerfoot with speed got there first.
The Leafs over the past few years actually have a decent record in overtime in the playoffs. Oh no! 2-0. Oh no! Son of a gun! After a huge 3-0 comeback, the Habs take 59 seconds to get a 2-0 in overtime to win the game 4-3. Cole Caulfield, I think, got the winner. All I saw were 2 Habs jerseys and dread. So much for that quintuple overtime. So much for the Leafs' good record in the playoffs that I was talking about. What happened here? Oh, was that Galley? Yeah, that can't happen. Caulfield and Suzuki. Oh, it was Suzuki who finished it. Caulfield with the pickoff. Yeah, that can't happen. And now, the Habs, 3-2. They get to go back home and become the first Canadian team since March 2020 to play a hockey game in front of fans.
I thought it was interesting, too. He just didn't want to take it end-to-end, and that pass makes it a difficult adjustment for Campbell.
I don't know. If you're the Leafs, you might as well review it because it's overtime and you have literally nothing to lose.
Instead, all of a sudden, that one pass gets it back, expecting a shot.
I don't think he's offside.
And Suzuki sends Montreal home.
I'm obviously grasping at straws. After that comeback, that can't be how it ends. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, producer Drew with the question of the game right there. Dang it. Yeah.
Okay, Nick,
Alex Galchenyuk not feeling good about that. He had such a good game 4. Key on the game-tying goal. And he gives it away. Nick Suzuki, first career playoff OT winner. I thought I was going to say goal. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he had a ton of goals last year. Oh, dear. Dear.
Yeah, maybe he.
My buddy's chirping me. Perfect response to not being, to being called out for not going through a wall. You're right. If I had simply run through a wall with my human body. Thanks for that, Andy. Way to really make me feel better. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Oh, yeah, producer Drew, that is a dang it.
Yeah, you're still confident. Some plays.
Darcy, okay, this is important. This doesn't have to do with the game. Darcy, I feel like you cheated with your playoff beard. Did you cheat? No. I started when the playoffs started. Now, I did not start when the Leafs playoffs started, so I had like a 4 or 5 day head start. But from the moment the Leafs last game of the season ended, I have not shaved. The Leafs were in the playoffs from that moment onward. Why would I shave? I think that's fine. Bradley, told you the Muffins canceled each other out. All right. Well, listen. We learned something. You can't do that. Listen. Yes, there are going to be fans in the building. Game 6 in Montreal. None of them are going to be on the ice. None of them are going to be on the ice. It's going to be the Leafs versus the Habs. Home ice advantage is certainly a thing. But let's not forget that the Leafs won games on back-to-back nights there. Outscoring the Habs, I believe it was 6-1. Shutting them out on the second half of a back-to-back. And playing a really tidy defensive performance. Man, the first 10 minutes of the game dictated the entire rest of the game. The Leafs were obviously the better team for 50 minutes. But they were so bad for 10 that it didn't matter. And also part of the reason they were the better team is because of score effects. Because the Montreal Canadiens were down. Oh, sorry, ahead. Multi-goal ahead for a big chunk of that game. Silver Pigeon, how do you feel about this loss? I mean, I feel like they'll bounce back from it. I do. I genuinely do. But, God, what a story. I feel like we were robbed of such a good story, you know? Habs blow a lead and then hold on in overtime is not nearly as fun as the Leafs erase a 3-goal lead to win it in overtime, winning their first playoff series in a very long time, 17 years? Since 2004. That's such a much better story. It's a much better story. Robbed. I hate being robbed of a good story. Shoot. One more. And I'm going to remind you to click like and subscribe. Do Matthews and Marner need to be better in Game 6? That's from YOLO Yogi. The last question was from Silver Pigeon. I don't remember if I got that in. YOLO Yogi, yes! Like, Matthews is always the number one target, right? He's always the number one target. He's the number one target of the Montreal Canadiens. But during the regular season, he found a way through. You know what I'm noticing from him? He's never got the puck. He's looking to be fed the puck. He's trying to get open, but it's Marner rushing it. It's Hyman rushing it. It's very often like Riley jumping up in the rush and rushing it. He so rarely has the puck. And it'd be nice of him to take that puck for a walk a little bit in Game 6, which is Saturday. Ooh, I am going to have a long day Saturday. I wanted the Leafs to win for my heart because I want them to win, and also I have a ton of work on Saturday, and now we're going to be doing a stream that night as well. You like it? It's cool. Hey, listen, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Really, these streams, we found out that we'd be doing them after every game less than a week before they started, and they've just been growing and growing and growing. As I understand, as many as 25,000 of you were watching at once. Thank you so much. So I will sign up the way I always sign up. That is it for sign up. Sign off. Been talking for a while. It's difficult. That is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell your friends. I'll see you Saturday.